Whoop whoop, what's good y'all? Cali Green 2 Fresh here. Kicking it with my boys TJ. We got Panic. We got Dawn Chaos. We all up in this bitch. We're gonna be talking about CarnivalSpirits.com. Motherfuckers, it's been up all of, what, about maybe 12 hours now, some shit like that.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be doing this hangout live, so motherfuckers can be our first really big hangout of 2015. So pretty fucking excited. How y'all doing this morning?
Not too bad. Just
Alright, I made it back.
not too bad. Just on the way to work in about 15.
Shit. I've been up all of about 5 minutes, literally. I woke up, logged
Oh,
on.
shit.
So we've got a roster and a half here. Callie, you're in California. Chaos, you're in Colorado. Fucking Scary Gary, where the hell are you?
Kansas City, brother.
Oh my God. And then we got fucking Panic down in Area 51, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm over here in Boston, buried under about 25 feet of snow. No biggie.
Yeah. Boston, boo.
Hey, I'm a masshole, so I'm gonna own that.
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
Yeah. Well, this is actually the first time we've had Jekyll Juggalo, aka Scary Gary. Go. Can you please give us a little bit of a fucking background on yourself, since this is the first time you've joined us?
I know, man. Some of you guys, I mean, obviously remember me as Jekyll Juggalo. I used to be big in the YouTube game. Used to do a lot of unboxing videos, showing my CD collection and shit.
The
Kind
video
of get my,
game.
and then I went under the Juggalo Gamer, kind of, my little take on like the game chasers and shit, but adding a little Juggalo twist to it, But work gets in the way of all that stuff, and then you kind of gotta, make your decisions. You go make videos and stuff like that, or just fucking ride choo-choo trains. And obviously, choo-choo trains it is for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I remember you commented on a picture of mine when I was on that Northeastern Railroad out in Minnesota, and you were like, "That's my life," and I didn't even really realize what you meant by that.
Oh, dude, that's all. I'm on fucking trains on a daily. Not the kind of trains I wish I was running, if you know what I'm saying. So, but it is what it is, and I try to stay. I get on the game. I pay attention to what's going on daily. I get on Fago Lovers, Carnival Spirits, all that shit. I watch it. I see what's going on, but I just can't fucking always put my opinion out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game nowadays, man. Fucking getting old as fuck in this bitch, and it's like, god damn, it's catching up.
I'm gonna live forever.
That's right, man. That's right. I've got my gang tat. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? When I get arrested one day, FBI incarcerates me. I'm fucked.
So, can you actually tell us a little bit about your horror movie? I don't even know. You got a whole production company, or is it a movie theater that you work for?
What it is 3 years ago, me and this girl, Jill Six, who is now making her own movies, started a thing called Slaughter Movie House. And basically what we do is we screen independent films, independent horror films, to the general public here in Kansas City the first Monday of every month for free. So we have all these independent filmmakers sending us shit on a daily, and we just kind of make our decisions on what we're going to show, and that kind of got us in with a lot of filmmakers, a lot of movie makers, and we do movies and stuff. We'll make movies. Like I said, Jill's made 2 movies now. She made a movie called Call Girl starring Lawrence Harvey from Human Centipede 2.
Holy shit! No way.
Oh yeah, me and Lawrence are really good friends, man. And Tristan Risk, who played Betty Boop in the movie American Mary, made by the Soska sisters. I don't know if you guys have heard that at all yet.
Shit, I just saw this like 150-year-old woman rocking a Betty Boop like leather jacket at Dunkin' Donuts today.
It's crazy. The movie she just filmed is called The Stylist. That's what we was working on that on set a couple weekends ago. And that's starring Najara Townsend, and she was in the movie Contracted. I don't know if you guys saw that on Netflix at all.
I think I've scrolled by it though.
Yeah, it's actually a really good film made by this guy Eric England out of California about a bitch who goes out on a one-night stand. She's a lesbian, but she fucks the dude, and she contracts something, and she's slowly decaying. It's kind of sick. It's awesome.
Do you ever catch the Killer Mermaid or Siren, the one with Christina Klebe?
Oh, yeah, I love that shit, man.
Yeah, because we met her at Rock and Shock along with like Sid Haig, Kane Hodder and all them.
My boy Kane right here.
Oh yeah. Well, Christina Klebe is a fucking sweetheart, and we talked her fucking ear off for so long, and then like followed her on Instagram and Facebook, and watched her movie, like paid for it and didn't rip it off because
Hell yeah.
That's the hustle, like, you know what I mean? It's just like the music business. You gotta push your product, and people are always downloading your shit for free, and it's fucking.
You can't really make it without shit leaks like spam, and somebody's like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna take it for free, and then up and coming artists can't get their shit out there because it's just, oh, here it is on the internet the next day. You know, you can't trust people for shit.
Right. I know. Well, I know that every single one of us in this hangout right now has aspirations to do interviews with artists and even like music and graphic artists. And if you ever want to join that party and interview anyone in the movie business for Carnival Spirits for the website, even if it's on your channel, we'll put it up on the website under your if you want to be an interviewer, because that's one of the fun things we do here, you know.
Fuck yeah, that's dope. I get to do that shit all the time too. I love that stuff, man. You know, filmmakers and I talked to so many independent filmmakers that are actually pretty well known in the horror indie scene, but not, you know, mainstream. And I'll tell you what, when it goes to Hollywood-based movies nowadays compared to what you see the straight to DVDs and all that shit, way better production than Hollywood bullshit, and got a better story. Hollywood sends out movies like fucking Ouija and shit and Annabelle, and they're fucking lame, dude.
You ever see Nurse? Nurse?
Yeah, actually, that bitch there that played Nurse, the nurse in Nurse 3D, whatever you want to call it, Nurse. She was in the movie The Editor, made by Astron 6, starring. It has like Lawrence Harvey and Tristan Riss and all them in it. You know, fucking sick ass movie, hilarious, psycho. You fucking love it, dude. The Canadians are sick up there, dude. They make some awesome fucking films. Just like what?
Let's not even talk about Tusk. That's sick.
Oh God, dude. And you know they're coming out with another movie, Yoga Hosers or whatever.
It's supposed to be a trilogy, yo. So I don't even know what's gonna happen.
All started off a fucking podcast when they're making a joke about making a movie about a man turning a fucking walrus, and then you see it. And I have mixed emotions about that movie because I love it, but it started off so dark and sinister and serious, and then it went when you as the walrus full of hearts. I'm like, damn, this is like the Human Centipede of walrus movies now. But I love it.
That's what I said. I said the same shit. But yo, you brought up Human Centipede Part 2. That's a movie where after watching the first one, the second one, I was like, damn, this is like nice, black and white. I'm feeling the story. And then by the end of it, I wanted to throw up. I literally wanted to throw up at the end.
Now, did you watch the unrated version of it where like he fucking raped his mom and shit like that?
Probably. I don't know.
It was crazy, dude. But yeah, it's sick, dude. Fucking Tom sick motherfucker. And they got Human Centipede 3 getting ready to come out.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to release this year. And it was shot here in the States, actually. And it has a lot of top-notch actors in it that, like, God damn, I forget his name. He was in The Dark Knight, right? Or not Dark Knight Rises, but, in The Dark Knight itself. I can't remember. He was the dude that fucking Two-Face killed in the backseat of the car. Anyways, he's in it, too. And Lawrence Harvey's back. The guy from the first one's back in it. And it takes place in a prison.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
I can't remember his name either, man. For shit. But he's going to be in it.
Dude,
and,
that guy's a big actor.
Yeah, they got quite a few little A/B rated actors in the film, you know. And like so, shot in L.A., takes place in prison. It's a whole nother story, though. Lawrence Harvey's playing a different character. The guy from the first one's playing a different character, but they're teaming up in this prison and making like a 100-person centipede. It's going to be fucking insane. So it's going to be more like dark comedy than anything, you know.
Oh, definitely comedy.
Lot of fucking ass mouth, let me tell you what.
You hear it first on Carnival Spirits, y'all.
ass to mouth. So what's up? Why don't the group say hi to me? Because I don't even know half these people. I've seen your guys' faces and shit, you know. Let's do it. We got Panic there. I've seen your videos several times.
Panic's famous, dude. He's like
Yeah.
he's like the best podcaster on the channel.
Yeah.
He actually listens to podcasts, so he knows how to do it.
Exactly.
Chaos, introduce yourself, because you're the most undefinable person. I don't even know who are you anyway?
Well, when I first started out, people were like, oh, he's just that soft-spoken dude. And then over the years, people were like, holy shit, this dude can actually speak. He's funny. And I always thought he was just a blabbering idiot.
Well, you're out in Colorado, so that means you got legal weed, and you don't even smoke, which is just baffling to me.
No, I love that. I love it. I love that shit, that he don't smoke. I think it's pretty cool that he comes from Colorado. He's like, nah, I don't want to get fucked up like all of y'all.
Hey, Peyton Manning did it best. He moved out he went to Denver, then started Papa John's franchise out there right after the legalization. Great market.
Nope, I've just seen some crazy shit that people do here when they're on weed, so I'm like, no, thank you.
But you're nearby where Scum is from, so you've been to his you've been to his venue, and you hit up all the Juggalo shows in the Colorado area.
I try to, at least.
Yeah, and you're near where Tech is from, right?
No.
No, not you, Jekyll.
I live, I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, but Casey Mo is 2 minutes away from me. So yeah, I mean, Strange Music headquarters is actually out in Lee Summit, which is 20 minutes away, you know.
Right. Now, Gary, have you ever watched Cali Green Too Fresh's videos? He was YouTubing before I was, but I don't know between the two of you which one of you guys have been around the longest. I used to watch both of y'all before I joined YouTube.
It's crazy, man, to hear that. It's I remember when I started doing this shit, I was like, I see people doing unboxing videos for video games and shit. Why do I do it for ICP CDs, you know, and show them my collection? And next thing you know, it's like, oh, wow, I watched that Juggle guy. He's pretty cool. I'm like, damn, man. I'm just some fucking nerd showing my CDs off.
No, I got one for you guys. Gary here is the one who coined the phrase LL.
Yes!
Laughing like a lunatic.
Thank you for giving my fucking credit, bro. I appreciate that.
Listen. When Laughing Like a Lunatic came out, the first person to put it as, Much Clown Love becomes MCL. Scary Gary was the first one to make Laughing Like a Lunatic a short acronym that everybody uses now, and I even seen motherfuckers turn that shit into a charm.
Exactly. Yes, I have. See, the shit part about it is when I first tweeted it, I was like, all of us juggalos need to stop saying LOL and go LLAL, laughing and people was catching on to it, so we started hashtagging that shit, and then Monoxide caught wind into it, and he used it. He said, I saw some fresh juggalo use it, and my Twitter account's so full now, so past favorite tweets, I don't even know if I can find anymore, you know. I had that thing saved. I had a screenshot of it for a long-ass time.
There's a website that you can go to that will show you all of your most popular tweets. If I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Because I remember whenever Monoxide tweeted about that, I'm like, wow, it really took off. And I was just hoping people start using it. And now, it's all over the place.
Oh, it's commonplace. It's commonplace. It's as common as Much Motherfucking Clown Love abbreviation. Yeah. Bottom line.
It's insane, man. I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome. And as long as it's getting used, I'm happy about that. You know?
This is the world we live in. My other homie Wayne the Pain out in Worcester coined the phrase "two whoops," and that shit spread like wildfire. Yep. And Violent J said it in the High Times interview video they did a few years ago.
Exactly.
When Violent J said "two whoops" for the first time, we were like, forget about it. We determine the course of our future. We do. Not that.
And that's what I'm saying. That shows you what kind of community this is. Whenever things they say that we can take and put our little twist on it, and they're like, oh, hey, I'm going to use that too. And it's everywhere, you know. We control it. You're right. You know?
Where do you think the word juggalo came from? It's that same maneuver. It happened like that.
Exactly. I remember fucking Violent J talking about when he first started using it, you know, it busted out on stage like, where are my juggalos at, you know? And bam, next thing you know, everybody.
Yep.
Because they didn't even start using that in the beginning. You don't hear the word Juggalo once on Carnival Carnage.
And you didn't hear barely any whooping until after, like, 2001, I want to say. Like,
And you know, whooping, I mean, it's awesome, but it started getting kind of played out to me, too, because, like, I always feel bad. I would always give a whoop back when I saw somebody like, what's up, whoop, whoop, and as I got older, I wasn't now screaming it really loud and shit, but it's like I don't want to get looked at about, like, how big of a juggalo I am or not, because I'm not screaming whoop, whoop really loud to you when you walk by me in a mall, you know? I'll give you love, and I'll give you the dab, go whoop and shit, but...
But that's the difference between a seasoned ninja and someone who might have just, like, caught in wind of it a couple of years ago, only
exactly.
people that are trying to look like they're down, and you get caught in that, like... Are you just trying to act like a juggalo, or are you just yourself and blending in with juggalos, you know?
And see, and that's what I was talking about, because like I'll always refer to myself now as an old school juggalo, because I'm straight, you know, 1995, the Riddle Box era, you know, is when I first became down. Like I said, you know, when I first heard fucking Dead Body Man and Chicken Hunting, and then all of a sudden I got that Great Malenko album a couple years later, and it took off with it, man. It's fucking, I was like, this is fucking sick. I love this shit. Right up my alley.
Yo, Callie Green, tell us a little bit about how you got into fucking this scene for Gary's sake and the channel. Give us a short recap, because your story is fucking amazing.
Well, basically, I was probably, I want to say I was like in the 3rd grade. I was like fucking 9 years old.
I told you, this story's amazing.
My mom dated a juggalo. I'm from Evansville, Indiana. My mom dated a juggalo, and she said, put on that chicken hunting song for my son when they picked me up one day from school. And I was hooked. Like, I want to say 2-3 months later, we went to go see them, and it was the fucking Great Malenko tour whenever House of Crazy, or no, it wasn't House of Crazies, it was when Twisted first formed.
Yeah.
And it was like in a fucking small ass bar in Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, they had it open for an all, just watching the fucking chaos. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, this is where I belong. and
exactly.
Yeah.
3rd grade, man. Damn.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people in my family can relate to that, because they always called me the manipulator, because a lot of people in my area, there was a few juggalos, not hardcore. Kansas City, it wasn't a big thing, you know. There was you see a little bit of Great Malenko stickers and shit, because that was the first popular album here, just like it was worldwide. You know what I'm saying? It was the Great Malenko, obviously.
Yep.
And I was listening to it, and I dug it, and I started getting all the CDs, you know, anywhere I could find. And we had this head shop that sold them, and I would go there every payday and buy a new ICP album, so I had everything that was out at the time. And of course, that's all I listened to. And then you got my little brothers and sisters and shit, my little cousins, they're like, oh, I want to go chicken hunting, and doing all this dancing and bobbing their head. Well, next thing you know, as they grew up, that was the music they knew.
Yes.
And of course, they all listened to different things. Like my brother became a hardcore juggalo, my cousin became a hardcore juggalo. You know, there was this trailer park that my aunt lived in that I'd hang out at, and all the kids would want ICP stickers and Hatchman stickers, and they called me like the fucking master juggalo there, you know, because like I would roll around my Jimmy. I had a fucking 4x4 Jimmy, had a Carnival Carnage sticker, and I was always bumping. It was the Bazaar era, so I was always bumping that shit really fucking loud.
Fuck yeah.
And you know, I remember we played hacky sack, smoking bowls outside, jamming Bazaar, and all the kids running around. They couldn't help but to hear Cherry Pie, and you know they wanted a bitch, you know. But now they're all respectful jugglers and stuff like that too, you know. So it's pretty cool. But back to talk about the old school, new school shit. Obviously, you've been around since the Great Malenko era, so you was a little kid. But you got the new school guys that are taking it to a different level than what us old school juggalos did, you know. And now, we stay into it, we stay hip with it, but you can definitely tell the difference between somebody who's fresh into the game and somebody who, like you just said, is seasoned, you know. It's a whole different vibe from new school juggalos to old school juggalos.
Plus, at the same time, we all know damn well it's a rotating door in the fan base aspect. And
exactly.
I want to say on the record, because I've said this privately all the time, you all know that when they promoted the return of the Dark Carnival, that Bang Pow Boom tour, the Happy Days tour, those tours were so crazy. The turnout was so huge.
It was insane, dude.
So it's like, yeah, I get it, because everyone and their grandmother wanted to see the return of the Dark Carnival. And then after that, it really died down, and especially with the whole FBI thing and everything that's been going on, the Mighty Death Pop Tour was all in comparison. And I always notice that there's that fluctuation, and it's all about if you're hot or not. And the real jugglers are the ones that stay tried and true throughout the ups and downs, and not just the fair weather fans. So
Exactly.
that's why I love when they make mention of that. And it's like, yeah, they're talking to most of y'all amongst us, but then there's the and then salty or appreciative old school juggalos do how they do. That's just how it is.
You know what? No matter what, anytime ICP's in town, no matter the dirt on them or this and that, or they can't make a good album no more and shit, I will always be there at a show no matter what. You know, I may not travel far distances like I used to and shit to go to the shows, but whenever they're in town, I will do whatever it is to be there. I don't give a shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
50 years old, throw Fago on me, I don't give a fuck, dude. It's a great show. And that's why I tell people, even if you're not a fan of ICP's music or whatever, go to a show. You'll have the greatest time of your fucking life.
It's probably what happened. Yeah, Panic.
I would love to stick around, but I gotta head out.
All right, man.
But it's crazy that whenever I joined the site, you know, whatever, I didn't think my videos were good. They were, or whatever. I didn't see, you know, something like this happening. And this just goes to show you, like, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. As long as you're just, like, keeping up with it, you really feel it. That's one thing, is you really got to feel it. You can't just, you know, be in it for the money or whatever, the good times. But if you really feel something, you go out there, you do it. We got a website. I don't know where we're going, but I feel like we're going somewhere.
It has gone somewhere anyways. Where it is now even, that's somewhere, brother. You know what I'm saying? And that all came from a feeling that you guys had on the inside. The way this music affected you, because you see beyond the lyrics. You feel the meaning, you feel the passion in it, and that gave you passion to do what you guys did. So yeah, that it's awesome.
Yep.
It's gone somewhere.
So
at it.
Y'all have a good talk or whatever, and I'll watch later. Well, thank you.
No doubt, Panic. Have a good one.
Peace, brother.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, out of all the juggalos that I noticed on YouTube, when I saw Panic's videos, I watched like 3 of them, and I hit him up immediately, invited him to join CarnivalSpirits, because the dude knows how to make a video blog, and he's got heart, and he's real as fuck. So
yeah,
you know that
fresh.
Is what CarnivalSpirits has going for them. You know, we've had to fucking cut a few people off, but for the most part, we don't even fuck with each other. We do what we want, and we're all fucking true. We're all
exactly.
Or at least we're all honest with each other. I mean, and that's the best you can hope for. None of us are trying to pull the wool over anybody else's eyes. That transparency, I hope, is clear to the audience. And, well, either way, it doesn't matter. We're doing this shit for us, and we love the fact that other people are enjoying it. That's kind of the name of the game, you know what I mean?
That's exactly right, man. And you want to talk about honesty. Let's talk about the first time I ever found Beastmaster. MySpace era, motherfucker. Good old days of MySpace before the fuck book, man.
Yep.
Man, I was just thinking, man, that was a long ass time ago. God, time flying by, man.
A decade. It's been a decade. It's been 10 fucking years. And 2005 was when I created my Beastmaster MySpace. So it's been 10 years since that shit.
And I think it was probably back in 06, 07, maybe 06 when I found it. I can't remember, but I remember seeing them like, oh, the Juggler's pretty fresh, man, cool little tracks. I'm going to check this dude out, you know. Because I tried my hardest back then to support independent artists, you know, and local rappers. I love going to underground shows. Just, we have a lot of people who think the rappers are in Kansas City. But you know what? I'll go to the shows. I'll help support it, help get their stuff out there. I'm not going to lie. Maybe not all their stuff is good. Some of them are. We used to have a group here. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of them. The Wicked Ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, of course, now they don't exist no more because they broke up. And then actually, one of them in the group, I don't know, allegedly is what I'll say, killed the other one. Yeah, it was a tragic story, man.
That's news to me. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like, Wicked Ways doesn't even exist. Nobody follows their stuff anymore because I think they got to open up with my boy Freddie Grimes at when ICP did the old shit tour, and it was in Wichita, Kansas.
I'm kind of taken aback by that because I not only remember Wicked Ways, but I'm sure I've interacted with them online, like numerous times over the years. That's a wicked.
Yeah. More than likely you had, but anymore, that don't even. This was actually, I'd say, a year and a half ago that this happened. They broke up 2 years ago.
Right,
Devil
long time.
Stuff, and Creepy Face was off doing his own thing, and then they were talking shit on each other. And there's more beef in there involved, obviously. Stuff I don't even want to be a part of, so I'm not going to say shit on it. Reflect.
Well,
but bottom line is, Creepy Face got killed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But on a more positive note, I'll tell you right now, would be much appreciated if you reach out to Freddie Grimes, ask him if he's down to do an interview with us, and also a track for our second Ninjas in Action mixtape.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
That dude is the shit. I've been meaning to hit him up. He also, I've been meaning to hit him up, but, that would be fucking awesome if you could help bridge that gap.
Yeah, me and Justin are tight, man. The lead vocals for Freddie Grimes, He's fucking cool as hell, man. I'll hit him up and tell him about that shit, because I'm pretty sure he'd be more than down to do it,
I met him once at a gathering, just gave him daps. He was hanging out watching JCW. I didn't want to bug him, but I just said what up. Maybe like 5 years ago or some shit.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool ninja dude. Jay gave him props one time on a I can't remember what it was he was talking about. It might have been a Hatchet News update or whatever. I can't remember, but he was talking about Kansas City he's like, an up and coming. It was an interview he did. I'm sorry. And he's like, this dude, Freddie Grimes of Kansas City, he's up and coming. He's got the game going, and he kind of does, He's got his own little thing. And there was a beef forever between, Wicked Ways and Freddie Grimes. Like, ABK did a show here. Wicked Ways got him here. They opened up for him, and Freddie Grimes wanted to come to it. He wanted to do something. They're like, nah, we don't want your shit, They were kind of full of themselves,
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I see that shit happening all over the place, even here in New England. Our underground has that same monkey bullshit happening, so it is what it is.
Exactly, but Freddie, he's more humble, he's more down to earth, man. He's cool as fuck. So I bet you 10 to 1, he would love to get on here, talk about his shit. He would do a track possibly for the missing and Ninjas in Action shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, one thing has nothing to do with the other, but both things would be very fresh because we're doing a lot of interviews with the underground, and in my opinion, he's worthy of a fucking a spot, in the tunnel series. Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking sick. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, I saw him in the running for Sugar Slam's demo jam when they played his music video and gave him that shine. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude. He's a pretty good fucking artist, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. So.
Yep, and I remember him from the MySpace days too. So he's one of the ninjas,
Exactly, man. Back when everybody thought they was rappers.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, if you think about it, he was doing the face paint back when you would get flack for doing that. It's one of the reasons why I never painted my face in some Beastmaster way. I never
exactly
that approach. I only ever painted up when I was repping the Clown or Twisted. Sometimes ABK Boondocks, but not really, just for fun sometimes,
Yeah, that's how I was. Only time I paint up if I was like going to a show maybe or something like that. And then I don't even like paint up going to ICP shows anymore if I go. I just go as Scary Gary, you know what I mean? Here I am in the flesh, check me out, because fuck, with this fucking goatee, bro, these brows, that's all I need.
I tell you, dude, the older juggalos, they find their niche and they roll with it. And
exactly.
I used to paint up all the time, different ways. Motherfuckers would still recognize me at shows.
Yeah, same here, dude. I always painted up. It was the greatest thing. Come home. Oh, look, if you saw makeup on, you didn't fucking rock it hard enough. You know what I mean? At the end of the show. Because that already had really good fucking face paint. And I usually had that fucking cheap crown shit that by the first fucking set, you're fucking already fucking gray-faced, Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Freddie Grimes started doing the face. He kind of simplified it a bit because he was kind of doing the whole, I'm not going to say rip-off shit, but because it seemed like any juggalo that was trying to be an artist did a face paint. It was a copycat thing all the time. And he obviously did the white face with the X eyes, Now he keeps his face and he has like bloody X eyes, which is cool because it's part of his song Extra Eyes, you know. So
And it's reminiscent of what he used to do. I like
exactly,
it. I like it too. It's it's him. You know what I mean?
exactly. You know,
I love his logo, the cartoon head, all that shit. Like that's tight.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. I rep Freddie all the time, man. He's my boy. He's cool as fuck, man.
Oh well, obviously, if he's got music, anything to give away, we got to get links up on the website because that's how we do. And yeah,
Dude, I'll totally get you guys in connection shit because I'm pretty sure he would love to pimp his shit out on your stuff because any publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying?
and that's what we're here to do. I mean, that's kind of the whole name of the game is we want to support, uplift the community. If there's a juggalo out there who's doing it for real and not just being a biter, hell yeah, we want to fucking support you. And that's what I do all the time. I'm always supporting my local underground hip-hop scene, whether it be Underground Sound Records, hiphopzombies.com, Outland Camp, Weird Die Young, Wayne the Pain, Mad Max from Jersey.
Yeah.
Out here, we got so much talent, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
You guys got a lot of fucking talent going on there, dude.
And it's been a long struggle too. Motherfuckers are trying to keep their head above water. It's not easy. I mean, people need support. Bottom line.
Exactly. That's how I kind of got into doing what I do with Slider Movie House. Is I was just when I first went into it, it was fresh. Like Jill had just started it, and I met her at a horror convention, and I was like, well, here I'll help pick your shit out. I'll promote it, blah blah blah. And I would go out, pass out flyers. Just how you start with the street team, trying to get people to come to that shit. Next thing you know, we talked and was like, hey, you want to do this with me? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
You guys got an actual website, or is it just?
Yeah, we got SliderMovieHouse.com and then the Facebook Slider Movie House. Facebook's the best way to find shit. The website's just kind of a cheesy thing where we hardly update, so.
Yeah, we'll make sure all that goes up on your profile on Carnival Spirits. That's how we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a Twitter also.
Cool.
Slaughter M House, so.
Nice. Well, we'll get that synced up on the page as well. We want to make sure that everybody watching, you guys obviously know where to go now. It's CarnivalSpirits.com. All of us have profiles up on that bitch, so you can look further into us if you see fit. You know what I mean? If you're interested in this horror movie shit, which I am, I'm going to be checking it out. So,
dude, we show a lot of crazy films. Let me tell you what. I was talking with this director, Nadine. I can't say her last name. It's like El Esperance or whatever. So if I mess it up and you watch this by some chance, I'm sorry. But she just did the short film called Granny Fuckers, dude, and it's hilarious. It ain't porno. It's got a horror base to it, but you'll laugh your ass off.
I swear, Big Irish Juggalo just shared a link for a movie coming out called Alien Tampon.
Oh my god! See, that just showed you. You think it, you can do it.
Yeah, how are they gonna top themselves? Do you ever see that one called Teeth? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know Teeth. Yeah, exactly. How you overdo it? How you top it?
Oh, here's a good one. Have you ever seen, I know you've seen May.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. All right.
Classic, yes.
Yeah. Just when I want to say they don't make good horror movies anymore, I got to watch myself because there's a ton I probably haven't even seen.
Man, exactly. That's what a lot of people say. It's just like what people in the Juggalo community say, man, there's no good ICP albums anymore. Everything they put out, they're getting horrible. I hate when people talk shit on the Mighty Death Pop because personally, I love the Mighty Death Pop. You know what I mean? Track start to finish. I listen to it all the way through every time I listen to it, man. It's a great fucking album, and I have great expectations of The Missing Link also, especially after when Jay explained kind of what's going down with the story behind it. It kind of gets me more like, oh, okay, here we go. Because what are ICP? They are great fucking storytellers, man. Mm-hmm. They're amazing storytellers. Each one of their albums, that's why I tell people, it's a story, and there's more feeling and meaning behind each track than somebody just getting their head chopped off or, hey, bitch, here's my dick, want to suck it, pop, So.
But they actually do include that stuff, which makes it more comical.
Exactly, it's like Violet J is a great lyricist. People just don't realize that, He comes up with these catchy little fucking rhymes that are just fucking badass. And then, oh, well, there's actually meaning behind the song, Just like Chris Benoit, everybody's like, why would they make a song about Chris Benoit? Yeah, it's so fucked up. Well, it's a sad story when you sit and think about it, you know what I mean? And a lot of people go through that shit, so.
What for the people that didn't watch, Psychopathic Radio, can you just, in a nutshell, tell us what you know about The Missing Link?
I only know because like I didn't pay attention to the psychopathic radio. I watched DC Fago guy's video today that he said on his thoughts on it. So that was kind of like, oh, okay, so that's kind of going on. So I kind of a little bit.
You're like me. You get your Juggalo news from other Juggalos.
I get my right now. That's how I do it. If I'll get on Fago lovers, and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do it daily. Twice a day. Now it's probably every other day, what I'm saying?
Right.
News isn't popping like that. Right now it's, okay, Twisted's releasing The Darkness, or, obviously ICP isn't putting out big news right now because The Missing Link doesn't come out till the 28th. It's going to start popping. It's going to start flowing here soon.
Yep.
The box set came out, this and that, Juggalo Day, the free concert and all that, but there hasn't been really big ICP news. And really, honestly, I love Twisted, I love Blaze, I love all of them, but for the most part, my favorite is always going to be Insane Clown Posse. You know what I'm saying? They just hold that spot in my heart. And I'll always rep Twisted, Blaze, no matter where they're at.
Yep.
I have my mixed emotions on the Darkness album itself, but I'm not going to hate on it, but it didn't grab me like I thought it was going to. I'll just say that, because I think I have expectations of what a psychopathic feeling CD put out by Twisted would feel like, and it has the Magic Ninja Entertainment feel to it, which is their own thing. So I'm not going to hate on it, but I gotta let go of the psychopathic era Twisted and pick up on what they are now, and that's just a hard transition. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm pretty sure they stated that some of those songs were actually scrapped from Abominations and whatnot. Like they've had the songs they've been collecting over the years, and then they compiled into this, so it was a really different album for them on that aspect, because usually, they go in the studio, they sit down and they write an album, whereas this time they've been writing it for years. They've been compiling these songs, they're all from different eras, so it's a little different.
Right. So and I'm not going to talk shit on it either. You're right. I'm not hating on it in any way whatsoever, because even when you listen to Abominations, it sounds and feels like a psychopathic release album, kind of, in a way. Abominations turned out way better than I thought it was going to be, though. I thought they came out with an album out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, great, what's this? And it's up there.
Came out.
Yeah.
Look, I think that's the reason why they put The Darkness out before the moment we've all been waiting for. It's almost like a bizarre type album where it is a bunch of their shit they've been sitting on. That's
right.
The album before the album, or maybe it's more like The Tempest, where it's like, these are songs we had sitting around, and it's not a Joker's card, but it's the best shit we got for
right now. Just kind of, fit your taste buds, help you out.
Plus, not to make the focus ICP, but that was their return with Mikey Clark.
No, that was
And so, but for real, The Tempest, everybody judges you by your last shit. So if you're going to judge Twisted by this last shit they're doing, I hear influences from the Strange Music clique, and maybe that's just the production that they got, but also the rap style is evolved to, they're doing a lot more of that chopper shit. And then you combine that with the typical Twisted, tormented, I'll say this, that intro, I listen to it, I understand it, but I don't care if I ever hear it again. It's too fucking depressing. You know what I mean?
No, and that's what I get out of The Darkness. I call it, and I'm not, like I said, if I'm offending anybody at all, I'm not trying to do that. That's just my opinion, but it feels more like an emo album to me. You know what I'm saying? Like sad and depressed, and just I hate my life. And that's just kind of what I got out of it, and I don't know. I like there's some tracks on it I like, but I skip tracks on it, and usually I don't do that. But if I hear, I'm like, I'm not feeling this album,
And plus, they slap songs at the end that we already got on the.
Oh, and that, exactly,
It has a feel of recycled a little bit,
And just like Callie just said, that's your name, right, Callie? Callie Too Fresh. Okay,
Callie Too Fresh. Callie Green Too Fresh.
Yeah, it's got that recycle. It's a lot of scrap shit, and that's cool. I can dig that, and I'm excited. I'm still excited to see what they put out in the future. I'm always going to be down with Twisted, no matter what.
Yeah, come on, Juggalo's excited for a Forgotten Freshness or a Cryptic Collection. Of course,
exactly. Oh, we got Forgotten Freshness 5, which is all album songs we got already, But hey, we love it. Oh, we got one new track on it. I don't give a shit. I'm buying the album anyways.
That's the reason. I mean, if a motherfucking group puts out an album and they got one song featuring Twisted or ICP, guess who's buying this motherfucker's album? That's just how
Exactly.
it goes. And why do you think they did that? They want my sale. You know what I mean?
I'll buy Boondocks' shit, even if it's like, I'm not feeling him no more, but I'm pretty sure I like Boondocks a lot. I'm not going to. I like his shit, man. So when he came out with fucking The Harvest, I was like, damn, dude, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? You know, and South of Hell was pretty damn dope too. You know.
I thought Pumpkinhead had some dope tracks on it.
Oh yeah, it has the 7 remix was pretty fucking good too. I liked it a lot. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So, and speaking of remixes, and this is something I want to talk about. Whenever you guys are doing the whole Mighty Death Pop podcast or whatever, you know, going through, looking at each album and stuff like that, and you guys watch the screen. That song, I was like, what, man? I was so excited because they had 2 of my favorite underground artists at the time. I know some of you guys don't like Hobson too much, but fucking, I dig Hobson. I feel him to death, you know. Yeah, look at TJ there. Much love. I mean, it's cool, but I like his shit, you know. And
I didn't say nothing.
And then he gets Tech on there. I was like, oh, I'm really excited for this song. And then it came out. I'm like, it's okay. It's a good track. I like it. But the remix, I loved way fucking better on A World Upside Down.
Everybody's been saying that, yeah.
I feel that should have been the one on there, you know. But, you know, it's cool.
It had that, like, kind of that dark, sinister look that we were looking for, you know, with that type of collab with Hobson and Tech 9. I mean, it was the clowny aspect. That's cool for ICP, but whenever you try to bring some other motherfuckers in there, it's not necessarily gonna work. And the song is cool, but it didn't hit hard enough. It didn't have that.
It didn't. But when they slowed it down on the remix, it was like just kind of that slow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt the slower beat way better because, damn, we don't need several tracks. We don't need another damn fucking When I'm Clowning. You know how many different versions of that song is there? Like 30.
Well, and that's the next one we're going to be talking about, so I'd love to have you on there when we do it.
Oh, hell yeah, definitely. Like, I know my schedule's hella crazy when it comes to doing all this stuff, but, you know, keep me in line. That's when you're doing it. If I'm able to hop on, I'm there, bro.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about, you know, when we're free and when, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how we roll on here. Like, any one of us is open and able to start a hangout. And if you're the one hosting the hangout, you can do it when you want, and whoever can join can join. That's why sometimes it's the chaos hour, because that's when chaos is the one who's like, I'm doing a hangout, who's joining me? Or usually if it's late night, I'm the one hosting it, so it's like Carnival Spirits After Dark. When Panic's the one hosting it, we make it Yellow Brick Alleyway. So if you want to come up with your own fucking name for your hangout, and when you're free, let us know. We'll join you, and it'll be your jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet. I got some ideas, homie.
Nice.
So let me ask some of you guys this, you know, while I got you guys here and shit. We'll go from left to right, so with Callie on to... I'm sorry, man. What's your name, man? This is also new to me. Yeah, over here. What's your name? Right here.
It's Callie Green, Too Fresh.
Callie Green, Too Fresh. And then the other cat, what's his name?
Don Chaos.
Okay, Chaos. That's right. Okay, sorry, I'm learning, man. I'm learning. Come on. So, Callie, what's your favorite album by ICP?
No, you're gonna drop something like that on me.
No. The number one question is if you can only listen to one ICP album,
there's so many.
Exactly, that's hard.
No, dude, if you only had one.
Off the dome, fucking, I'm gonna go with Beverly Kills. Like, just front to back, just...
Straight old school
that one
EP
just,
at that.
I feel it, yeah. I feel that one front to back like no other. Or maybe, like, you know, Jekyll Brothers.
Yeah, Jekyll Brothers fresh. That reminds me of my senior year of high school, though.
Yeah.
How about Twisted?
Twisted? Dude, most tasteless. Most tasteless or Abominations. One of those two, but I will say that there are some things on Abominations I found myself skipping through.
After a time period, yeah. You know, when it first came out, I was like, man, this album's dope. But I think I've more come on the level of not skipping through some of the songs on it. I just listen front to back, you know. But my iPod is fucking retarded because when I throw it on shuffle, it always shuffles the same fucking tracks over again. Like, why are you doing this?
Right?
Yeah, man.
Fucking happen. All right, Chaos. What about you? What's your favorite ICP album?
Personally, the one you see directly behind me, the Riddle Box.
There you go, bro. There you go.
Nice.
And what's your Twisted?
I mean, I have favorite Twisted albums, but if I had to choose a toss-up, it's between three: Most Tasteless, Freak Show, and The Green Book.
Oh, well, we gotta have a death battle right now. What's it gotta be? There's gotta be only one.
But if I
There's
had to
gotta be
pick,
only one.
but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Freak Show.
Okay, see, and you know why I would say Freak Show? I mean, I'm not gonna say it is my favorite, but that was my first Twisted album I owned. Because when
Hell yeah.
I came on the scene, it was all ICP that I was only listening to. Twisted was coming around like, here they are making these other fucking people doing their things. I don't know what I'll do about it. And then I heard Freak Show. I went ahead and picked it up. I'm like, damn, what am I missing out on? So I got to get Blaze's album now. It was not One Less G in the Hood, but his first EP that came out. I'm like, I got to get this now. Yeah, I got to get that. And then next thing you know, that's when I realized, like, they got something going here. They got a fucking family. And then Dark Lotus came out and blew our fucking minds.
Well, when I heard Freak Show, a lot of those songs off of there, some of those songs off of there, I can really relate to. I'm like, gosh, it's like they're freaking talking about me. Holy shit.
For me, I just like the feel of it because it has that whole 1999, 2000 fucking. There's something about the 99, 2000 era that I fucking love. The way the sounds were a lot. I had to miss it. All right, there, Beastmaster.
Look, I've been thinking about this question since you asked, Callie, and this question sucks, all right?
It's a horrible question. Horrible.
Like, I'm basically in between the Wraith Shangri-La and the Great Malenko, but Riddlebox, and I'm, like, trying to decide, like, why would I choose one or the other? And I think I'm ultimately going to say the Great Malenko, because that's the one that opened my eyes to the Dark Carnival. That's the one that has passed me by on it, and it's listenable from beginning to end. It's got Alice Cooper on the fucking intro. Yeah. I think I could keep going on and on why. So I'm going to say Great Malenko.
And before you say your Twisted album, let me say this. Everything you just said right there is the same thing that goes through my head every time I'm asked this fucking question. Because I love the Wraith. A lot of people talk shit on the Wraith, but man, I used to sit when it came out on a daily. On my back, I get off from work, I load a bowl, and I sit out there, and I would just listen to it front to back. I fucking loved that album. I got it the day before it came out, and I waited to midnight, like Alex Abbas, how do you say his name, Abbas, I think it's Abbas, whatever. They asked, don't listen to it until the day of. Everybody listened to it together for the first time. I waited. I sat there, I fell asleep, I set my alarm for midnight, and I woke up at midnight, and I played fucking the Wraith. Front to back, nonstop. Goosebumps at the end. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Yep. Those days, back in the days when people used to actually have album release parties and invite their homies over and have a party and
great shit,
and have their own Faygo shower fights in their backyard.
Exactly. And then, you talk about the Riddlebox, and Riddlebox is the first album I ever heard. But the one that grabbed me into this whole world was, and I hate calling myself an MTV era juggalo because that's kind of what it was, that it wasn't for MTV. Playing the shockumentary, might not have got shown everywhere, but I'm a Great Malenko guy all the way, man. Mm-hmm. Fucking love that album. I love the intro with Alice Cooper, and then into the fucking whole Great Malenko. Just the beat, the tone, the songs, and who fucking doesn't sing the dating game song?
Yeah, it's fucking classic, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy because when that album dropped, you know how it was like released and then pulled off the shelf 7 hours later because of the whole hype? Yep. No lie, and I've talked about this, I've even rapped about it, but my boy and I went to Newbury Comics after smoking, eating burgers on the grill, jumping on the trampoline. We were like tailgating to go get Motley Crue's new album.
Nice. They just released that one. I remember when that album came out.
Yeah. This was Generation Swine, and this is 1997. And we basically were going to go see Motley Crue back in 1993, and then it didn't happen. And then they broke up. And then all these years later, we're like, they're back. We're going to go get it. We show up at the store. We find Motley Crue, and we see the Great Malenko there. It just happened to be the same release date. And as I'm walking around this store, literally for 10 minutes, we came back up to the front, and all the Great Malenko CDs were off the shelf because that store got the call to take those off the shelf.
Dude, that's fucking memorable right there. That's fucking magic.
But we had our copies in our hand, and we got to buy it after they pulled it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, whoa. Yeah, so you got one of the fucking first ones.
Right, and then it was only a few weeks before they re-released it with the Netting Game and Boogie Woogie Woo and Under the Moon. But I got both copies, and getting that first copy, it locked me in like a fucking I became a soldier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It had magic to it, you know. That's why Mom was always like, because my mom let me do what I want. She didn't judge. She didn't anything like that. She's like, I don't know, man. I think they got messages in there that just kind of, you know, get you to like it. You know, you hear it because I catch myself singing that Hocus song. And I'm like,
You know what? I can find my homie. He's from Guatemala, right? His mom, straight up Guatemalan, speaks only Spanish, no fucking English. She loves the Great Melinda, and she sings along with it to this day. She'll do the ha 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 ha. It's hilarious.
My nephew's name.
Hilarious.
My younger brother, he's 24. His name is Aiden Malenko Cooper, after the Great Malenko.
Fuck yeah.
I kind of feel bad for him, you know, because that's kind of a hippie thing to do, you know.
I know more than a few people that have had kids in the past fucking few years, and the name Lotus is being thrown into first middle names all over the place.
You know, I would never do that to my kids, you know, just out of respect. But I mean, it's fucking fresh, you know.
It is fresh. You know what? That kid's gonna grow up with you know, oh, what's your name mean? Get ready.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all you gotta do is play the fucking Great Malenko track, you know. And so every year on his birthday, when I come in, I play Aiden Malenko. You know, just got to do that. You know, it's fresh.
It's fucking awesome.
Okay, so now back to the question at hand. Obviously, Great Malenko's both. Now you got to tell me your Twisted album, bro. This is hard.
This is easy. If it was last week, I would have said Mirror Mirror. But the way I'm feeling right now, if I could only listen to one Twisted album forever, it would be Heartbroken and Homicidal.
Oh, nice.
Haters.
Fuck
the haters.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
Fuck yeah.
No, because you know what? Because I'm not a trendy guy, and I don't listen to what people say is good or bad.
Move that dirt and just bury me. Move that dirt and just bury me. That's my shit.
There are maybe 5 or 6 songs on there that I take out, and those are the ones I listen to. But that's more than enough. Those songs are dope enough. And,
yeah.
To be honest with you guys, I fucking took a chance and gave a Valentine to a girl and got rejected this weekend. And it's the adrenaline rush, and at the same time, the crush of being rejected. I feel so alive and so thankful that, you know, life goes on, and that music is there for me. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you about Heartbroken Homicidal, bro. When it came out, is when me and my ex-wife started hitting our fucking Rocky time. You know? So it was hitting a lot of stuff right there. It was damn. A year later, we get divorced. And then every time someone's coming on, I made a fucking, I was all sad and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I have my fucking Heartbroken and Homicidal mixtape. All these sad songs from all these underground artists. And, you know, the last track on fucking Heartbroken and Homicidal is always the first one that plays on that mixtape, man. Because it's God.
Right. That album came out during a pivotal time when I needed something like that too, because I was going through a bunch of heartbreak. One of my old homies that I knew since I was a kid backstabbed me and shit.
It almost inspired me to write a book based on how I was feeling on the inside. Every day, document diaries, shit, you know, because I was feeling pretty sad. You know, my life's pretty fucked up, and fortunately, I honestly, I'm grateful for everything that's happened to me now. You know, because I'm glad I'm not into that anymore, you know. I love my ex-wife to death. We'll always be friends-ish, you know. But that was a bad relationship for me. Where I'm at in my life now, way fucking better. You know what I'm saying? So
same here.
Things pick up, you know. It's just every time I hear that album or songs on there, it always reminds me of that time. But I can listen to them now without fucking get all emotional inside, you know. So pretty cool. And it is a dope album.
I like the songs that I can, you know, just the songs themselves though, each one, you know, I feel it, and they made that shit themselves, and that's what I love about these artists, is that they're doing this shit, they're making it happen, and they make it look easy, they make everybody else look like child's play, they're just the shit at what they do, and we're on to the dopest shit. I mean, there's a reason why we have a whole fan site, CarnivalSpirits.com, dedicated to this shit, because it is. If we don't do it, who's gonna do it?
Exactly.
Right? And that's a rhetorical question, because if you're out there trying to do it, good for you. But you know, do it for real. You know, be true about it. Don't do it just to be an attention whore or try to, like, you know, have lots of friends or what. You know, this is the shit for the community. Like, I do it because I feel at home here, and Twisted, ICP, Blaze, all those motherfuckers, I've always supported them as if, like, they were my friends that made music.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I'm gonna go out of my way to support these motherfuckers. Oh, I don't like this newest single as much as the one before. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, so you don't like him no more. Yeah,
Friends.
exactly.
That's not how you treat your friends. And
No.
don't tell me, like, oh, well, I'm a fan, I can like what you want. Yes, you can. But how do you fucking treat your family? You know what I mean? And that's fucked up to say, but that's how it is.
Yeah, you don't give up on somebody off one little fucking thing, you know? Yeah, just because they release one song, you don't fucking like, oh, you know what, they've gone soft, I don't like them no more.
Exactly. That's why it's called a single. Usually the single doesn't really sound that good anyways. It all depends.
It's its own vibe to it, exactly, you know? It might hit people. There's a lot of singles ICP put out people hate that I fucking absolutely love. And there's a lot that a lot of people like that I really don't feel. Like Jacob's Word. I don't, it's an okay track. You know, a lot of people love that track, but I'm like, it's cool, you know, whatever. But
yeah, and single usually means they're just putting it out for the masses usually.
Exactly.
And that's why these motherfuckers are some of the hardest working ninjas out there. Just the sheer amount of music that they put out. I'm sure that at least 50% of this fan base, this family, does take that for granted. And yet here we are waiting on, you know, this album and that. I mean, look, they never stop. They never stop. Out of all obstacles, they never fucking stop. And what are you going to do? Complain you don't like the music? Dude,
Exactly.
you're never going to stop.
ICP is the Rush of our generation. That's what I call it. You know, look how many fucking albums Rush has put out, and they're still doing it.
That's a good one. I've never heard that one before.
And half of Rush's songs are what? They're stories. They're fucking, because people either love...
They're all their albums, concept albums, a lot.
Exactly. People either love, or they're fanatical about Rush, or they absolutely fucking hate Rush.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's just like in that movie Fanboys, where the dude's driving his car and he's like, we only listen to Rush in this car, in this van. It's Rush or nothing else. Just Rush. Like, that's me in my car. We're only listening to ICP in this whip.
I've gotten a little bit more lenient. There used to be a time that was me. I've gotten a little more lenient with the girlfriends and shit. Like, yeah, we'll listen to your fucking music if you want to, babe. When I'm by myself, though, I'm jamming my shit loud and proud, of course. I always got it. And I'm like, we know what? We got to mix it up a bit. We got to throw some of my shit on there. I know you don't want to hear these crazy clowns and stuff, but we got to.
Well, that's why it's an honor to have you on this channel, because if anything, to showcase how juggalos really are, that's why I love Carnival Spirits, because we're just trying to give you guys a good example of, I don't know, you know, don't be a sucker, don't be a clone, don't be a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be yourself, and if you're a part of the family, then, oh shit, speak of the devil, Miss Jinx joins the fucking party.
Oh my God, I remember Miss Jinx back in the day from Twitter and shit.
What's
up? Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the live hangout. We're just here promoting CarnivalSpirits.com and actually talking about everything else but that, you know?
Well, it's got you get somebody on here that's brand new with me that's been wanting to get down and talk forever. I've been wanting to pick your brain for a long time, TJ. You know what I'm saying? We fucking have so much in common. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I think we would sit down. If we hung out in person, we'd sit there and talk for fucking 24 hours nonstop about years and years of experiences.
I'll tell you now that we're planning on doing the Carnival Spirits tour, so we're going to be coming to your area soon.
Yes.
Did I say that out loud? That's a future project.
Yes.
No, talking about that actually. Yeah, we got big plans, motherfuckers. Like, the
That's right.
First thing, now that we have the website, what we gonna do with it? You know what I mean?
No, exactly. You know, you gotta take over the world, bro.
Yeah, we're not gonna put all our cards out on the table right now, but for all you listening, this is just a fraction of the crew. We have about a dozen motherfuckers here behind the scenes, and yeah, so anything can happen. That's the best part, you know. This is a passion project. We do it because we love it, and if we're not having fun, we will stop. And that's why
Hells yeah.
stop, because we're having way too much fun over here.
Or as
Man.
Callie Green would put it, it's a movement now.
It is.
It's a movement at this point. It is. It really is. With
Oh.
the website, it's a movement.
Seriously.
Just like the Nintendo 64 era, get in or get out, motherfucker.
We're the Jedi
yeah.
Council, bitches. I'm kidding.
So you're not kidding. I've been meaning to like call when we get a hangout and everyone's in it. This is like the Juggalo round table. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Hell yeah.
It's the Ninja Council instead of the Jedi Council.
Mm-hmm. So Jinx, do you have anything for us? We've actually been doing a little bit of tell us about yourself. What's your favorite ICP album? If you could only pick one and you were stuck to listen to it forever, and also Twisted.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yes, I know.
That's a scary Gary fuck up right there.
Give me a fucking second here. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Sorry to throw that out to
Took me
you,
a
but hey,
moment.
we all had to.
I made them all answer it there, Jinx. So eventually you will answer, and while you're thinking about it, while you're pondering if there's a possibility of picking one, I'll go back to because I didn't get to say my Twisted one yet. We started talking about Heartbreak and Homicide. That was yours. Now, that wasn't my personal favorite, because honestly, over the years, what my personal favorite has become, honestly, it's fucking wicked, dude. It's so fucking dark. It's fucking crazy. I love that. I was so shocked how much I love that album, dude. I don't know. It's sick. And when they did the Wicked tour and they just played it, the whole album front to back.
Hell
Like,
yes.
nice. Yeah, that was awesome. I wanted to see ICP do that with the Wraith, and then they started talking about doing it, and guess what? Kansas City gets no fucking love. Or then they just do it for a one-day show. It's like, man, come the fuck on, man. I can't go traveling all over the place for these one shows. I would love to. But damn it.
I know. I would love to just be a nomad and pop a tent outside of Psychopathic Records and just tailgate all of them.
Bro, right?
Damn.
Ask Violent J what he's been eating, man, because he's pretty healthy. Let me tell you what. Surf Bluff a lot.
I do love that one time when he rapped about me because I was painted up like ABK hiding in his bushes, and he said something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that was totally like.
Oh, that was you sicko.
Did you steal the Great Malenko Gold album out of his house too, or whatever it was?
That's purely speculation.
That is purely speculation.
It's in his closet. He turned it into a shrine.
Yes. He's got fucking candles. He's got those fucking little Catholic candles sitting around there burning pictures of Violent J and Shaggy on. He's like, oh. Love it. Licking from the bottom.
Instead of Krayshawn, he's like, Violent J.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ooh.
Or he's like, my precious.
I feel like Violent J's neck tats are like the Juggalo calendar. Like, because sometimes, no, seriously.
No,
'cause
right, like the
sometimes
Mayan
you can see
calendar?
'em, and you know what time it is, and you know they're not doing too good with the sales, and then every once in a while, they disappear, and you're like, shit's pretty fresh for you right now.
Yeah. I remember back when, like, Jonathan Davis from Korn quit drinking, and he got really fucking fat for a little bit. And he got pretty plump a little while back when, like, Untouchables released. And I remember the first thing I said is, oh, Jonathan Davis must be eating Violent J's diet because he's getting pretty fat.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to address the question.
You need to address it right now.
Dude, I can't believe we're fucking hanging, first of all. What the fuck is up? Anyways,
I know, right? You know fucking Juggalo and shit, right?
Of
You remember
course.
That back, yeah, of course. Long time ago.
You
I'm
know
more
I got
known
that
as-
Twitter game on lock.
Oh, right, exactly. I'm more known as Scary Gary now, of course, but, you know, I always be the Jekyll.
I feel, not to be a kiss ass, but I feel like it's a tie between Jekyll Brothers and Hell's Pit for me. Definitely.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said Hell's Pit because even though, like, we talked about it, like, we came down to it, I had three that possibly Shangri-La, Riddle Box, or Great Malenko, and I had to say because that was the era I got into it, was the fucking MTV era, Great Malenko, you know, that's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Hell's Pit, that's an album that I absolutely fucking love that album. It's dark and everything. I love Shangri-La, but Hell's Pit is still a great fucking album. So
Yeah, dude, I feel like it definitely got me through a lot. Like, as wicked and as fucked up as it was, like, that was it. First of all, that was a fucking fabulous time to be a juggalo. And, and second of all, like, just knowing that they had the fuel for that album, but they got through whatever it was that they were going through that caused them to be able to create that, like, that inspires me as a person, for sure.
Exactly. You know, the whole actually getting it made process, because we were all like, okay, they said it's going to come out a year from now. I don't see that happening. And then the whole, we're canning it, you know, because obviously it didn't come out a year later like it was supposed to. And then the whole, we're canning the project. I'm like, but then they put it and they made it out there. And it was better than what I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
Because when
100%.
it came out of nowhere that yeah, we are going to go ahead and release this album, I started thinking, obviously you either wasn't feeling it or couldn't put time into it that you didn't want to release it. So this album's going to fucking suck. And what? No, it was a dope-ass fucking album. It was dark. It had a lot of good tracks. And the story behind it, there aren't a lot of good people out there, and they have a story too. And this is the fucking story right here. They're not saying this is what they like to do. They don't want to go in a fucking 7-Eleven and shoot somebody in the head with a shotgun. But there are sick motherfuckers out there that do.
I mean, I feel like I haven't done it.
What's that?
I said, well, I feel like I haven't done it.
Oh, man, in my mind I have several times. Let me tell you what. I
know, dude.
That's why you just put on Grand Theft Auto.
Because people are fucked up, and people are very dark, and we have morbid thoughts, and it's good to be a juggalo because we can actually share them and talk about them and say, hey, man, what would just happen if I fucking punched you in the mouth right now? I'm not going to do it, but what would happen?
Yeah, exactly, you know. But you know what, then again, if you need $1, here you go. I'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a side that, you know, a lot of people don't look at when fucking the whole juggalo community and this and that, you know. It isn't just a bunch of crazy little teeny boppers going around dressing the way they do and putting makeup on, screaming and throwing soda around and being disrespectful. There's a very respectful community in there, you know.
Exactly. Like, I don't even wear makeup, so.
I don't even paint, like we were talking about it too, I don't even really paint up anymore, you know. I don't even, honestly, and I haven't bought an ICP shirt in forever. I got like specific jerseys that if I go to a show I will wear, you know, just kind of represent. But for the most part, I don't even buy fucking ICP shirts hardly anymore, you know, because I know where I'm a juggalo and that's right in here, and I'll always be that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to fucking show it off and this and that. And I got my collection of stuff, and believe me, I got a lot of shit. But it's like I don't feel the need to have to wear it. Like, I mean, look at Violent J and Shaggy. How often do they actually wear? I mean, when they make something new, they obviously wear something to support it. But you see fucking Jay walking around fucking whatever fancy ass shirts he's got on their $500 shoes and shit, you know what I'm saying? But
repping his Coogis.
His Coogis, that's it. Yes, I was gonna say Coogie, but I knew I'd fuck up the word because, damn it, I can't fucking spell or say anything for shit. Okay, so you say either Juggle Brothers or Hell's Pit, so the toss up, you gotta flip a coin right now.
I'm gonna have to go with Jackal Brothers because it was the first thing that I heard, and it was a good time in my life for sure. Like, I have older brothers; they're way fucking older than me. They're like in their fucking mid and early 40s now. And my brother used to take me to the mall every weekend when I was a little kid, and he would buy like his Metallica albums or whatever he wanted. And I remember seeing that fucking sick-ass cardboard cutout. I think we posted it in the group a while back. Saw that fucking sick-ass cardboard cutout as a little kid. I'm like, oh, wow, that looks really cool. I want some of that. And he's like, no fucking way. And then 30 minutes in, you know, I got my shit. Because I wasn't going to die until I got it. And then fucking history, dude.
Nice. You know, that it's a good album. It really is. And you're right. It was a good time to be a juggalo. And the fact that you picked that because that's kind of what got you into it, I think a lot of us could relate to that because we all hear an album. And that's the first album we heard, obviously, caught our eye. So that's probably what's going to stick with us the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We love all the tracks. We love all the music and this and that. We may have mixed emotions on certain tracks, but we don't necessarily say we absolutely fucking hate it, you know. But for the most part, that first album that we heard, that's going to grab us by the balls right there. And that's going to stick with us the rest of our life, you know.
Well,
so
people may say that was their blow-up album, but you got to admit, that was also their angriest album when you listen to the lyrics.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, the whole
That was around the time that like Violent J was having a lot of like crazy shit going down with like his panic
His
attacks
panic
and stuff.
attacks.
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
that
he was
album
like
holds the
he
record for
assaulted
most
a
times of
fan on
F-bomb
stage and
dropped.
shit back then.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. Crazy
It was
time.
such a fucking good time. I mean, the love was fucking flowing freely.
And you know, honestly, there's that. And then for me, my favorite time to be a juggalo, honestly, was the Bizarre Bazaar into the fucking Dark Lotus era. The first Lotus album, that had that first sense of family, actually.
Oh
You know?
my.
Right?
And it was very mysterious. We're like, oh, what is this?
What is this? And then, like, when we first saw the ad for Dark Lotus in Jekyll Brother or Twisted's album, Most Taste was in. Like, what is this gonna be? Twisted and Ice P making a group, you know? And I remember when Violent J first pimped Dark Lotus on Jekyll Brothers, I thought forever he said it's called Dark Loaders. I'm like, what the fuck is this Dark Loaders album coming out? And then I felt like a dumbass when I read that in the back of Most Taste. So.
Because then years from now, we'd be going loaders.
Throw your loaders up.
It's like, what the hell's a loader?
And you know, the biggest like juggalo sign, if you want to say that, I always throw up when I'm out on the show. I always throw the lotus up because to me that represents family, and that's what it's always going to be, no matter where everybody is in that, wherever Twisted is, wherever Blaze is, or even the newcomers like Boondocks, ABK, and all of them, you know, wherever they are. There's always going to be that sense of family because it was one big family at one point in time, you know. And Dark Lotus, that's what it is, you know. They've had so many different members, of course, but Dark Lotus is my favorite fucking group out of all of it, you know. I don't know. I love it. The first album, Tales from Lotus Pod, amazing.
Yeah, dude.
They
That's
definitely
my
brought
shit.
in that like family aspect with Dark Lotus. Like,
Yeah.
I remember the fucking Hatchet Rising tour.
Fucking
So
love that
much
tour.
fucking family love. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, like, how high the karma was in those days. You know, I remember I met Jamie at a mall in fucking Fort Wayne, Indiana, and he hooked me up with tickets for the very fucking next night, the show.
That's
Not
awesome,
tickets,
dude.
but actually he put me on the guest list. Yeah, we didn't even know if we were going to get in or not. He's like, you have a way to get there? I'm like, my mom will take me.
That's fucking awesome,
Sure
dude.
enough, she picked me up early from school that day, took me home so I could get changed because, you know, we had uniforms and shit, and then we went right to the concert. Didn't even know if we were going to get in.
I was 20 when that tour happened, and that, unfortunately but fortunately, was the first time I actually got to see Twisted. Because every time they were supposed to stop through the Kansas City area, they were violating their probation or something like that. They didn't get to come on the Amazing Juggle Brothers tour. They didn't get to come on the Psychopathics from Outer Space tour. So I never got to see them. They did the Mirror tour, but I wasn't in town for that tour, so I didn't get to see them then. It wasn't until, well, no, actually, Mirror was after the Hatchet Rising, excuse me. So yeah, but Hatchet Rising was the first time I got to see Twisted. I was like, oh wow, these guys are fucking crazy. Look at how they keep looking at the crowd all dark and eerie and shit. That was before they were super like hype and jumping around and jokesters and stuff. They just had that dark, evil serial killer tone to them. And then when ICP busted out on stage immediately, I was already wore out from fucking Twisted set. I needed a breather. And now I'm getting fucking Fago thrown at me. I got a whole nother set to go through. And then we saw the race for the first time, the Silhouette.
Yeah.
And then we had a whole nother set to go through, the motherfucking Dark Lotus set, which was fucking awesome, dude. When they came out in the mask. And Violent J at our show, I was so pissed off. I don't know if he did it at yours or not. At the very end of the show, he stood on stage and he yelled Lotus like 5 times, you know. Everybody was repeating him. And then he took his mask off and he threw it in the crowd. And that was the first time I ever saw Violent J without makeup on. And I was like, oh my god, I'm excited.
Who the fuck is that?
Who is that ugly motherfucker? That's not
Ew.
Violent J.
It can't
Okay,
be.
so Jinx, then tell me this. What's your favorite Twisted album?
That's so hard, dude.
That is a hard one. I think Twisted's a harder one to pick than ICP sometimes.
You know, I again will have to go with just the first shit that I heard, which was Mirror Mirror. And when I heard that shit, I was like, you know what, dude? This is for me. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm pretty hard into Twisted. Like, I love ICP, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But just when I heard that album, And then I got to hear, Freak Show, and it was just like, this shit is fucking for me right here, right
Right.
now, forever.
Nice. Yeah, you know, I mean, I love Twisted. Like I said, I'll always represent Twisted, but damn, I think I just bit the fuck out of my lip. But ICP will always be my personal favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so you're talking about Violent J ripping off his mask at the end of the Hatchet Rising tour, correct?
That's correct.
All right, well, that Hatchet Rising tour was so fucking awesome because it was ICP, Twisted, Blaze, and Dark Lotus.
And ABK.
ABK, yeah. And so
Yeah.
for all of them to do that tour right after the gathering that I attended, and it was in the mystery seminar that there was only 400 ninjas in the room, Violent J walks from the back of the room to the front of the room with nothing but a white towel over his head, and when he turned around with no face paint on, the room erupted with the very first Joe Bruce chant. And before this seminar happened, Jump Steady told us all to take our phones, you know, not our cell phones, but our cameras, I'm sorry. No cameras, no pictures, no audio, no video. Put it under our seats. If anyone gets caught taking footage, he will personally beat their ass and eject them from the gathering. Jump Steady told us this. And so we all, I've never seen 400 obedient juggalos in my life. And when Violent J talked to us, he was in tears, talking about how he was so nervous about bringing the Wraith out that next year.
Right.
So anyways, that moment that he shared his real self, you know, I guess in a way, when the Hatchet Rising tour came about and he was ripping off his mask and throwing it in the pit for every single stop on the tour, he was like giving the rest of the Juggalo Nation a glimpse of his face, but he had already had that intimate moment for the first time at the gathering in Toledo, Ohio. So
That's fucking fresh, dude.
Yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys because I was there for it, and it was so powerful and amazing. And that was just the mystery seminar. There was also an ICP seminar, a Twisted seminar, Morton's List seminar, where Jump Steady threw one of the dice in the crowd. I caught one, and I got a free copy of Morton's List signed by all the creators. And
that's dope.
And I got my picture taken with Jump Steady, which that needs to be on my fucking profile on CarnivalSpirits, because that's like one of the best moments of my life, fucking talking with that dude.
Man,
that was amazing.
Yeah, I feel you there too, because like whenever Jay ripped off his mask at the end of that show, and you got that little glimpse of who he is as a person, it was like overwhelming, dude. First off, my mind was blown off of the show itself. That is to this day probably one of my most favorite tours ever. It was the first time I seen Blaze and ABK, obviously. It was, like I said, the first time I got to actually see Twisted, because they kept getting ripped off the tours that they were supposed to stop on here. And then the ICP set, and then the Lotus set. We got a glimpse of the fucking Wraith, and then the fucking Dark Lotus set, in which they mixed up everybody's songs in there, and they threw Fago in the crowd because they had to get rid of that fucking leftover fucking Fago. And then Jay rips off his mask, and it was just like, that to me was when it was a great ass time to be a fucking juggalo, because you had that whole sense of fam, like, this is becoming something real, you know? And the anticipation of when are we going to get the 6 Joker's card? We've seen the silhouette of what it is. What could that be? You know, because I remember, I picture perfect remember that silhouette in my head, and I went home and I drew it, you know? And I just try to figure out what it could actually be later. I'm like trying to make up faces and this and that of what it was. And then, of course, when we got the Wraith and everybody had their mixed emotions on it, like, what the fuck is that? That's lame. I fucking loved it. I'm like, oh, wow, it's not even a fucking clown or nothing. It's death, motherfucker. Because this is the end. This is the 6 Joker's card.
The end will consume us all. It
That's
all
right.
makes sense. Because it's not true, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And then what cracks me up is how much people talk shit like, well, how can they make another 6 after fucking this and that? I was like, you know what? People fuck up. You know, they realize, oh, wow, maybe we released these 6 albums too quick. But then again, there's a whole nother deck of how the fucking world will end, you know? Shit.
Mhm.
I like the whole idea of the second deck because the Joker card out are fucking dope. Fucking why not continue doing what made you successful? And maybe it is a fucking attempt just to carry on what they're doing because they know that's what the Juggalos like and this and that, live off past success. But then again, like I said, I feel the Mighty Death Pop still a great fucking album. People talk shit on it. I feel that album fucking every track.
Before I comment on that, let's welcome Riddle's Nightmare to your first hangout of the year. What's up, dude?
Fuck yeah.
What up, homie?
Oh, chilling, man, chilling.
Nice. Well, you have a lot of hazing to go through, so I'm going to put you through the gauntlet.
Oh, God.
We'll not waste any time here, and so what should we start with, the questions or the introduction of yourself?
Get the introduction and then to the question.
All right, Riddles, who the fuck are you, where are you at, and what would you like to share?
33, Juggalo, been down since Great Malenko,
Whoop.
North Carolina. An actor for a haunted house.
Oh, nice. That's right up my alley right there, bro.
Yeah, man. And YouTube extraordinaire. What can I say?
Nice. Well, that's what's up, dude. Welcome back to Carnival Spirits. You're one of the original members, and you were doing your own thing for a while, and then recently we got you back in the folds, just in time. Just in time before we debuted this fucking website, CarnivalSpirits.com. So it's awesome to have you on the roster as we fucking make the leap into the big time, and your fucking videos are the shit. I've already made your playlist. Your Riddles Nightmare playlist is on Carnival Spirits. Has all your videos, all your Juggalo and Strange and underground related videos are all in there. Check out. No, I haven't done that for you yet, Gary, but I will.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make your playlist soon.
Sweet. Dude, I have so many old ass videos on YouTube. It's crazy. I haven't uploaded a video. Fuck. It's been a year and a half. I keep saying I got these ideas and shit. I was gonna do a single giveaway because I got like 4 of them. I bought like a few of them so I could give a couple away, and then I never did the giveaway. And then life just got crazy. So it's like, gosh, I want to get back in the game. We'll see what happens.
Interesting. I think you're like one of few of us. We all have things we're trying to give away. Yeah, we have all these contests. Callie Green just announced the official website promotion contest where we're going to give away a copy of The Missing Link. So
Nice.
That's
Sweet.
And we got to keep reminding people of that because that's for real.
Listen, speaking of giveaways, I'm not going to say what it is, but I have something that's old that I'm willing to part with, and it's fucking cool. I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell them what it is, but it's sealed. Fucking never fucked with. And it's a choice fucking piece of equipment. So
nice.
Very cool.
That's fucking fresh. Let me tell you what. I've done some fucking giveaways in Psychopathic Reviews, fucking Wes. I noticed he was giving shit away to people a lot and doing that. He was just always hooking people up. So I sent him something just because I had an extra one of it. And the Race Shangri-La sampler, I had an extra one of those signed by Rude Boy. And you know what? You're always giving people shit. I just sent it to him just out of fucking, well, here you go, homie. So.
I seen that shit.
Yeah.
I seen that shit.
I still have one signed by Rude Boy. I wouldn't give it to him if I didn't have an extra. I feel like shit saying that. So by you giving away something that's sealed, that's dear to your heart, that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
So.
I've been collecting for a long time.
Oh my God.
Some of the things I've collected, it's not that everything I have is dear to my heart because everything has a memory to it.
Right.
So, for example, from the 2001 gathering in Toledo, Ohio, I literally have too much merchandise from that show, from that gathering. I don't fit any of the shirts. So I think it's cool. Like that's some vintage hatchet gear before hatchet gear was a thing. You know?
Yeah. See what I did with that shit is I passed it on to my little brother and then cousins and shit because I had so many shirts and they were just taking space in my closet. And I got a handful of shirts in there that I just won't give away, like the Shangri-La tour shirt and a couple of Lotus tour shirts, you know. But other than that, it's like, here, you know, you're young. Here, take this now. Wear it while you can before it's fucking completely eaten by moss and shit.
Hey, man, not every juggalo is as lucky with their fucking collections. Like, my boy, you know, broke up with his girlfriend, left all his shit behind, and basically is rebuilding his CD collection from scratch. He lost all his shirts. Like, it's really sad.
Let me tell you about my CD collection. I've had to buy that motherfucker 3 different times, pretty much. And some of them I can't get a hold of Blaze's first EP album because I don't want to spend the money on eBay for it, you know. But it's like I had a lot of fresh ass fucking CDs in a CD case, and I kept because when I was young, I took them everywhere with me. My ICP albums are always right here like a trapper keeper.
No doubt.
You know? Back CDs, I'm gonna miss CDs when they're finally fully gone, dude. I gotta have a physical album. You know, I hate it. It's going to go away someday, and I'm like, damn it. But my friend's Camaro got broken into, and that whole fucking book got stolen, man. And I'm like, oh. I literally cried. I'm like, dude, that's so fucking sad, dude. These stupid-ass motherfuckers. You know, so,
well, on
and now
that note,
everything's digital.
Yeah, Scotty Two Balls, motherfucker, CarnivalSpirits, creator and founding member, ninja of esteem and what the fuck is up, dude?
Not a lot. How you doing?
We're fucking chilling. I keep telling all these motherfuckers, like, you know, if it wasn't for Scotty, I wouldn't be on YouTube. So, you know, thank you, brother, for fucking hosting this channel for us and giving us a place to just.
Here's something perfect for Scotty. Here's something perfect for Scotty.
What's that?
Oh, nice sound effects.
Thank you, bravo.
All right, man. For everyone who was born yesterday, or just like the new subscribers that are flooding in because we just launched CarnivalSpirits.com, tell us where you are, who the fuck are you, and we're going to start drilling you with questions like, if you only had one ICP album you could listen to, what would it be? Same with Twisted. So, go.
Who's starting?
You are, Scotty. We're on you.
Oh, I'm starting? Oh, shit. Okay. I'm Scotty Balls. Let's see. One ICP album. The only one I could have. I'm going to say Mutilation Mix. Just so I'll have a little mix of all that.
That's a clever answer there, because we all went with some like whole full-length album and shit like that. You said a mix, because
right.
if you gotta have a like variety of songs. That's pretty good, and you answered it fast.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I remember hearing Mutilation Mix and hearing all them songs on there. It's like, I have got to find the full versions to all these songs. Like, The Stalker is one that really hooked me. And I had to find the full version of it because, you know, they're just little short clips of these songs in there. And so many of them. It's one of those things that just really piqued my interest in ICP. So, Twisted album, I'd have to say Wicked. I mean, that album front to back for me it's just, that is my album.
It's a great fucking album. I mean, I love Freak Show and all that other stuff, you know. But
yeah.
Come back when Wicked came out, I had no expectations of it. I mean, but other than the 2 songs we heard early on because of the videos, you know. And at first, I was laughing like a lunatic. I was like, oh, you know. And then I was like, God, it's so dark and sinister. I love it. And he's like, I never thought I'd hear myself singing that song. Just in, you know, the next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning and be like, everybody in the bathtub. I'm like, oh, damn, why am I
Right.
So, yeah, no, great album. Good choices.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Yeah, those would be my picks, so.
Can I just tell you right now how fucking pissed Panic is going to be when he finds out that this hangout had Cali Green Too Fresh, Don Chaos, Scary Gary, Miss Jinx, Riddle's Nightmare, Scotty Two Balls, and Beastmaster, all just without him. He's going to be fucking pissed.
Right?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That motherfucker. Rated R.
And he's gonna turn to the dark side.
He is. He's gonna go fucking
Yep.
buy the new D12 album tomorrow.
He's gonna become the Anakin / Darth Vader of all of us.
He's going to Lil Wayne's new fucking tour. He's gonna be like, but my leather's so
man.
soft.
He's gonna. I was gonna say he's gonna pull a blue and go rogue and.
Hey, let me tell you, go back to that real quick. When I first hopped on earlier for that split hot second and I got off because I didn't know what I was doing, and it popped on and everybody saw me and I was in my wife beat. I'm like, oh shit, I'll be right back. I gotta get dressed. I said, I don't want to be like the boy Blue on here all shirtless and shit all the time. Oh.
Let me see some of that white bird chest.
It's all right. Mine's got a little bit more taco meat on it, though, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, guys, we're going for views here.
Oh, well, we will go for views. And then we will have no more listeners as soon as I take my shirt off, because they're going to be like, damn, the fuck is that?
It's fine. We can get Carnival Spirits wife beaters for you guys.
That's
It's the new
right.
dress
Oh yeah.
That's right. Mine has to have eyebrows and a fresh goatee, though. Because
Holy shit.
if you want to draw my face, all you got to do is this. The goatee, the brows, and you got to remember the mole, you're good to go. Scary Gary all the way. I've drawn my face on a paper plate before.
And he doesn't have to make an angry face like Kanye West has all the time.
Oh, don't get me started on that motherfucker. I
Oh,
want to go.
that guy's video of him ripping Kanye new ass had me laughing.
Can't stand that dude.
That dude needs to be a stand-up comedian.
I want to go punch Kanye in his fucking mouth and steal his diamond teeth to go pawn that shit, dude.
Well,
If he died
Paul Stanley
tomorrow,
of Kiss
I would
wants-
be happy.
Well,
Yes.
Paul Stanley of Kiss says that he wants to kick him in the nuts.
They're probably fucking solid gold. I have gold.
I love
Yeah,
gold.
I have no
Bad
idea
if you have Paul-
why
you
Paul
think you
McCartney's
out.
even fucking with him, you know?
Yeah. Nice. So we were talking about collection shit a second ago, and something I was talking about, you know, kind of the whole Juggalo Day, week 5, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because it's kind of like not Juggalo Day no more. I have a box here. We was like talking about giveaways, man. I got some like memorabilia in here. I got so much shit. I was like, man, I was gonna whip out. I couldn't remember there was gonna be something. I used to draw shit all the fucking time, man. When I was young, little kid, artwork right here. So we're gonna make a fucking Carnival Spirits coloring book. How about that?
Nice.
Let's see here. I got so much fucking junk.
Yeah,
Rare
I found my old school notebooks, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Right
man.
on
This
there.
is stuff over the years. This has my pendulum CDs and shit in here. Fucking old cigarette stain fucking Wraith stickers I never fucking hung up. They used to hang in my bedroom back when I was in college. And obviously we smoked a lot of weed and a lot of cigarettes because they all turned brown.
Yeah.
I have them all, man. All the fucking car decals in here. Fuck, dude.
Oh, sweet.
Man, I have so much shit. One of my most prized possessions, though, honestly, what is this here? It will always be it's in my lunchbox somewhere. My ICP lunchbox when they first made the Big Money Hustlers one.
Yeah, I got that one.
When I went to the Dark Lotus Inn store, and it's on one of my YouTube videos if you watch me unbox that fucking lunchbox and shit. But when I got there, I didn't realize you had to get there hella early to get a ticket if you wanted to fucking meet them and get something signed. So I get there and I'm waiting in line all fucking day. And I finally get there and I'm like, well, they're not signing autographs no more, but we're going to let you guys walk through, shake their hands and stuff, say hi. And I was excited about that myself. And so the last person I saw was fucking Shaggy. And I'm like, dude, I ran out of cigarettes waiting out here online, dude. Let me bum a cigarette off these shads. So he's like, well, here you go. He had a pack of Marlboro Reds with 3 Newports in it because obviously he ran out of cigarettes too, and monoxide was bumming his smokes. So I have literally bummed cigarettes off Shaggy, and I smoked one of them, and I smoked 2 of them because there was 3, but I still have 1 cigarette in that pack of fucking Marlboro Reds from year 2000 just sitting around, stale as fuck. I'll open it. a cigarette given to me by Shaggy that I bummed because I'm a fucking bum, you know what I'm saying? Scrub life.
Hey, I used Twisted's bathroom on their tour bus. I had to ask him if I could use their bathroom.
Man, I hope he doesn't eat burritos and shit.
No,
And then he came out and he's like,
it was
"Do
just number
not
one.
go in there."
It was just pretty cool.
Then he came out and was like, "Do not go in there."
He probably came out stoned as fuck.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow, dude. Memories.
All right, who's
Memories.
next?
Well, you know what? Hold on. What's his name there? Riddle's Nightmare. We didn't ask you your favorite album. We was getting to that because you were telling about yourself, but what is your favorite ICP album?
That's a toss-up between Great Malenko and Wraith Shangri-La. Malenko is where it started with me. So
Seems to be a popular choice. We all must be in the same age group, but in our 30s here.
yeah,
Old motherfuckers.
old ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So you got to toss it between the two. You got to pick one though, man.
Probably Malenko because that's where it started with me. So I've got to go with Malenko.
That is the popular album. Seems to be
Yes.
between us older jellos.
Yep. This is true.
Now, how about your Twisted album?
Twisted. Right now, probably Abominations. I got to go with that.
It's a great album. It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Somebody's rocking out.
That was one album they ended their stay on Psychopathic with, like, masterpiece, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they had already released Heartbroken and Homicidal,
Yeah.
and the reaction from that was, like, terrible, you know?
Yeah.
But
It
to come
didn't
back
get no
and make
press, though,
Abominations... Yeah, yeah. And to come back with Abominations was just
Great album. Out of
know,
nowhere, too.
excellent. Excellent album.
When the Heartbroken and Homicidal CD came out, and they went on tour, and they came to my city for the tour. I took my girlfriend. That was the first Juggalo show she'd ever been to, and they played one song off of Heartbroken and Homicidal.
Yeah.
One song, and
They were afraid.
and that was supposed to be your tour for this album. And you're only going to do one song off the entire album.
Was it the,
Mhm.
See, for the Heartbroken and Homicidal tour for us, we got the Slaughterhouse tour is what we got. And they played quite a bit of tracks, but yeah, they didn't play too much off Heartbroken and Homicidal. I think they played PSA.
Yeah, that was it. It was PSA that they played.
And that was just pretty, so that was the Slaughterhouse tour. And honestly, that was a good tour. I liked it because I almost didn't even go because I got off work. I was hella fucking tired. I'm like, I don't know if I feel like going, blah, blah, blah. And that was the first time I got to see my boy Kung Fu Vampire.
Yeah.
That, like, blew my fucking... I saw his video for Dead Girls Don't Say No. And I'm like, oh, or not that one, but... Not that one.
I Count.
I Count, I mean, yeah, for I Count. And then I was like, dude, that's pretty fresh. I bought Dead Sexy. Like, dude, I'm liking it, so I started fucking kind of following him online. And then when Love Bites came out, I definitely bought it. And I kind of stayed in touch with him online, stuff, talking to him and this and that. And when he toured with ICP on the Mighty Death Pop tour, it was pretty fucking fresh to see him on stage and shit like that. He raised like, "What's up, Jekyll?" Called me out on stage. I'm like, "Damn, dude, that's fucking dope right there," you know.
Yeah.
So he'll always be cool with me, man. So that, if it wasn't for the Slaughterhouse tour, I wouldn't have fucking got to see KFV.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he did it when he did the Dead Sexy tour. He did it at a really small venue here, and it had an okay turnout. It was probably about 30 people, maybe. You know, it's a very small venue, so and nobody knows who he is around here either. So to see that many people was awesome. I miss venues like that, you know. Twisted, when they used to come here to Kansas City, they'd come to Lawrence, Kansas, and there's a little bar there called the Bottleneck. And that's the first time I got to see them on their own. It was for the Green Book tour. And that is a small hole-in-the-wall place, but it's so intimate. You're right there on stage with them pretty much, and they're rocking out, doing their thing. Well, when Jump Steady did his fucking Flying Guillotine tour, when they did the Psychopathic All-Stars tour, they did it there. It was, Isham, Jump Steady, and who was it? It was Blaze, I think, yeah. Or something like I can't remember who. No, ABK, I'm sorry. And that's when ICP did a secret fucking set on it that nobody knew about. We're sitting there, Rude Boy comes out saying, we did a contest a little while back, and some group from Wichita called Strike Force won this competition. It was very discreet. Nobody knew about it. We're going to give them a 15-minute set right after fucking Esham. I'm like, oh, sweet, dude. To check it out. And we're sitting there. He's like, so now I bring on to you Strike Force. And then it went black, and then that first thing he heard was, bang, you know who you're fucking with? And I'm like, oh, they're going to come out singing ICP songs. And then, Jay and Shaq came out in this little bitty hole-in-the-wall bar, and they did a fucking 3-song set. But I tell you what, that was the best fucking 3 songs I heard in my fucking life, dude. They might have did 4. I don't know. It might have been 3 or 4. I can't remember. They did fucking Assassins, they did Blam, and then they did Chicken Hunting. So
Nice.
But it was like right here, back in the like old school fucking Juggalo days, when they didn't know, nobody knew who they was. It was such a great fucking vibe. And then they all came out at the end of the fucking tour, and they did the studio freestyle off Psychopathics from Outer Space 2, the free studio, whatever. And they all played their songs off of that, and it was awesome, dude. It was a great fucking tour. Back to the whole point of that, little hole-in-the-wall venues like that, man. That was great shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Back, and now, like when ICP does something, they do it in one spot so they can have a whole bunch of people, and it's a great environment. All these fucking family members there and shit like that, enjoying it. But I miss the glory days of you're in this little fucking club, and at the end of the song, they're like, all right, I want my fucking family here on stage with me. Psychopathics from Outer Space tour. Back in fucking 2000.
Awesome.
Yep.
It was the first time I got to get on stage with ICP. And that was just the fucking, oh my God, the only thing I could do was this. Here I am. I'm on stage, just fucking crowded. You can't fucking move. Violent J's about 5 feet from me, so I go like this. I go, ah, and I just grab his head. Just fucking,
Holy shit.
I grab his head, I'm like shaking it around like that. And he didn't care. He was feeling it. He had nothing but the biggest smile on his face because everybody's fucking, crowded. Everybody's going straight for the
Were you at the Granada?
Yeah, the Granada, exactly, yeah.
Was it the Granada?
Yes.
I was at that show, man.
In Lawrence, Kansas.
In Lawrence, yeah.
What? Which
Yeah.
night? Which night? Because I only got to go to the second night. I didn't go to the first night because I had fucking Power Man 5000 and Static X tickets, and I was like, well, I guess I can go to both shows, And had I been as big of a joke, because I was getting big in the game. I loved fucking ICP. Don't get me wrong, but I could divide it. As to now, I would have been like, I'm going to both shows. Fuck Static X and Power Man 5000. I mean, rest in peace, the lead singer Static X who passed away. But I mean,
Back-to-back shows are awesome.
what's that?
Back-to-back shows is where it's at.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I was so fucking sad I didn't go to both shows. So I went to the second show though, and it was fucking awesome though. I mean, it was a great feeling, getting on stage with them like that. And then they did it again for the Bazaar tour when they did that here. And then that's when they kind of stopped letting people get on stage with them because they got tired of their sets getting tore up and this and that. And it's understandable, but that was fucking great shit right there. Rushing stage, getting on stage with them and stuff. Good old days, man. Fuck.
The whole reason that they showed the image of the 6 Jokers card at the end of the Hatchet Rising tour was partly because there was a failed attempt to show it at the gathering because the Juggalos rushed the stage, and within like just the first song alone, the electricity went out and motherfuckers were looting all of the fucking stage props and stuff. And I'll admit I was on the stage, but that's just I was in the front and I was getting like stepped over. So it's you either a stepping stone or you get up on there too. And I was.
You have no choice, exactly.
So, anyways, Alex Abyss was there, and he has no microphone because the electricity went out, right? And he's trying to tell everybody, it's over! It's over! nobody can hear him. So
Exactly.
I'm still waiting, for the reveal of the image, which I think they obviously decided we're just gonna do a fucking tour called The Hatchet Rising. We'll show the fucking image at the end. Violent J's gonna whip off his fucking mask because he just fucking felt comfortable showing his real face at the gathering, and it's on now. He wants to tease all the juggalos with his, and give them a mask. You know what I mean?
That gathering gave them that feeling, though, because whenever you got people doing that, when you put on a little thing that a convention that you don't think is going to do anything, you don't know how it's actually going to turn out. And the turnout of the first gathering, for this little
This
2
was
day
the
thing.
second gathering.
Oh yeah, this was the second gathering. You're right. Yeah, Toledo.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no, well, you know what I mean? Like, Toledo, he hurt himself. He fell, like, on the first night, like, doing Lotus or some shit. So he's all on pain medication, you know what I mean? Because he hurt his back. And,
Yeah.
But the adrenaline and just, like, I don't need to tell you guys. He's told us, like, he made it through. He makes it through every show. He's a fucking showman. You know what I mean? He definitely
Right.
doesn't. The fact that he actually had to take a little time out, for mental health is fucking understandable. But for the most part, the show goes on, and it just they couldn't finish it because the Juggalos got too excited, rushed the stage, didn't even let them finish their set. You know what I'm saying? We only get 2 fucking songs, and then ICP had to bounce because the mics don't work. You can't fucking. It was all fucked. You know what I mean? It was a bit of a stale ending to a crazy awesome weekends.
It had to be a great feeling, though, man. Still, I mean.
Yeah, but you know how the general vibe would be. You know what I mean? There was a bit of a letdown in the air. So, but yes, absolutely. And I've already told the story about how I decided to take a victory walk around the venue, and I crossed paths with Violent J, and we gave each other daps. And then all the hound dogs were following him like a herd of ducks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I was doing my victory lap. He was doing his. We just happened to be going opposite directions. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you what.
That was awesome. But every other time we've had Violent J, it's been mad awkward. That was the only time it was cool.
I have yet to get my picture ever taken with Jay or Shaggy. I've taken a picture of Shaggy. Well, no, let me say, I have taken a picture of Jay when they did the Haunted House tour. That was the one and only time I kind of hound dog, and I kind of felt bad. But we're in the tour, it was my first time actually getting to kind of see Jay, because every time they did an in-store here, besides the Dark Lotus one, I didn't have a camera with me, of course. But he didn't get to, like the Race Shangri-La one, he wasn't there and stuff like that, But on the Haunted House where I pre-Shangri-La, I snuck a fucking disposable camera into the Haunted House. And I said, I'm going to get a picture. And the dude, he's like, man, shoot it. So I took a picture. And after that, I kind of like, I always wanted to like, take a picture with you and shit. But the last time I like ran into Jay like in the wild, well, it wasn't at the wild, but it was at the Tempest release party. And it's whenever they did Boondock's first set and stuff like that, and they did some JCW here in KCK. And Jay was walking around the crowd, and I'm just like, what's up, Jay? Give him love, shake hands, and move on, bitch. I'm going to go get drunk, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to sit there and fucking hound dog and pick their, as much as you want to. You want to be respectful at the same time. If you got 50 other fucking people sitting there, oh my God, it's Violent Jay!
God damn, dude. So fucking annoying.
It is, so it's like, kind of give them the respect, but same time, inside you're like, I so badly want to ask them if I can take a picture with them, selfie status and stuff.
In 2011, at the gathering there, it was second day, so first morning I was there because we got there late, and I just stayed up and got fucked up. You feel me? And and so he, Jay is fucking going by in his little cart, and he looks like he just had a shower and shit, you know what I mean, like starting his day, and I'm like, oh, top of the morning to you, Violent Jay, and I didn't think he was gonna fucking stop or talk to me or anything, but he fucking pulls up and starts shooting the shit with me, asking me how I like the gathering, what I think they should change, how many gatherings I've been to. He was talking about like hiring juggalos in future years to do like little taxi services so that everybody doesn't have to bring their own golf cart and all this shit. And
Nice.
he was like, would you be interested in that? Maybe we would hire you. We would hire somebody. And then fucking my dude back here, that's who's playing the fucking guitar in the background, he fucking was having a birthday the next day. And I'm like, oh shit, it's his first gathering. Like, I'm going to tell fucking Violent J it's his birthday weekend. And so I did. And he's like, oh man, that's so fucking wonderful. I'm glad you came out. Like, have a really good birthday. And we're just vibing and shit. And then this dude comes out of nowhere with a camcorder and is fucking all of a sudden recording Violent J. And Violent J just looks at him and goes, is this your first gathering? And I was like, oh. He pretty much fucking ruined that vibe.
At least he can say that was his first gathering, because you got somebody like me, I've never been to a gathering, ever. All the gatherings over all these years. Because, like, back when I was married, my ex-wife, she never would want to go do something like that with me. And she was like, if I went by myself, would have the whole, I don't trust what you're going to do there type of thing.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I never got to attend it. So I'm very, and then when I got divorced, I'm like, I'm going to go. And then when it came time to go, I almost went in 2011. I was like this close. I had a ride set up and everything. And the dividends just kind of went, you know, it was fresh after my divorce, thing like that. So like that extra money just couldn't happen. So yeah, I have not gone. And I can say at a gathering, it's probably a little bit easier to be a little bit more intimate with like Violent J or Shaggy, because they just roll around, what's up, hanging out with people, you know. Shaggy drunk as fuck, wrecking golf carts into people's cars and shit. So that's gotta be pretty fresh, you know. I'm jealous, but excited for you guys at the same time.
Yeah, I was able to, in 2007, when I actually got the spot on the Bombhouse stage to perform by submitting Dear Joe and Joey, getting it played on Fuck Off Radio, and just all my MySpace friends having my back and, you know, sending them messages, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I had the CD, and on the very last day of the gathering, Violent J is doing his barbecue bash, and he took a golf cart ride from the jump off up to the spasmatic booth, you know, and he was just doing a re-up with Fago, and I'm sitting there eating a sandwich, and my dude's like nudging me, going like, "Look, there's Violent J right there. You got your fucking CD. Go give it to him." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is really gonna happen." So I just walked up to him and said, "Hey, I got this thank you letter for you," and I was like, "Here, thank you." He was like, "Okay, thank you." And then he went on his way, and I finished my sandwich. And you have to understand, this is the last day of the gathering. I was exhausted. I think he was, but that happens.
I could imagine.
Yeah, so, but after that, man, it's been nothing but fucking, like, the gathering is the best, you know what I mean? I've been to, like, 5 or 6 of them now. It sucks. I think I've been to less than half of them now, but
I tell you what, when they was talking about doing it like in Missouri, I was so fucking stoked, because I'm like, man, I will even go just for a day if I can just go down there. You
yeah,
know, so
that almost happens.
Yeah, it was only 3 hours away from me. I will fucking just do whatever, because, you know, after fucking got things settled after my divorce, I had more time and things like that, and extra money to do that now, because I kind of got to get settled in. And I'm like, well, fuck. But now, like, going to Toledo, I can't take the time off with my job now to go to fucking wherever they do it.
That's right.
There we go.
Callie Green's getting muted for for having airplanes. That's right, Callie Green.
I was about to say, that was a fucking airplane, bro. I'm loud, loud noise, but
I thought Mordor was a no-fly zone.
I know. I thought maybe he's getting abducted by aliens.
Callie's gonna have to like write a piece of the paper like those people like admitting to something like, oh hey, I'm a lesbian. Look at this. Blah blah blah. Flying the cards. You know what I mean? They're like, I like guys. I like girls. I don't know what I want to be. So, but no, yeah.
Callie Green, give us a signal when it's A-OK over there. Yeah, give us that signal when it's A-OK over there. All right, yeah, exactly. When it's okay over there, give. All right.
But yeah, that's. I really wish I could have got to go to a gathering. I'm excited for everybody who gets to attend it. I hate it when I see these people and I hate seeing these people because it's welcome for everybody, but it's becoming more of a thing to do thing. Oh, the gathering's going on this week and we gotta go. Do you even know a fucking ICP album? You know what I mean? Do you know a Twisted song? Or are you just going because it's the fucking fresh thing to be at this weekend, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's trying to become that thing there, but I would still go if I could get a chance to. I'm not going to lie. Fuck, it'd be a great party.
I'm not gonna lie, I do not know how to turn Cali Green's mic back on.
You been vetoed, motherfucker. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh shit! Hold
You
on.
muted him again.
All right. Let's stop touching it.
Hey, stop touching stuff, man.
You better watch it. Callie's gonna be like, "What comes after L, motherfucker?" Bo.
Here we go. Everything's back to normal.
Cool.
One of the coolest guys I've ever met in my life was Boondocks. I got to meet him.
The South of Hell.
No, it was the tour he did with Blaze a few years back. They came through Charlotte, North Carolina, which is close to where I am. The venue that I went to didn't allow cameras for whatever stupid reason. So I didn't get a chance to get a picture with him or anything. But we were outside right after the show, and there was a van right across from where me and the people that I went with, there was a van parked right across from us. The light was on in the front, and I was looking, I saw a guy in a cowboy hat and face paint. And I'm thinking, I tapped my friend on the shoulder, I'm like, it's fucking Boondocks over there, I know it is. So, we gotta sneak our way over there, and sure to hell, it's Boondocks. And he rolls the window down, he talked to us for a few minutes, he's a really good guy. I mean, like I said, I would have loved to have had a picture with him, but they didn't allow cameras in that little shitty venue, so...
That sucks, man. I mean, if you ever get a chance, you have your picture taken with somebody, I think you should, because we put a like I said, we hate to be like hound dogs, and obviously there's a whole fucking track about that. But we put a lot of time, money, and all kinds of stuff, and love and passion into what supporting them.
Oh yeah.
So I think just to ask to have your picture taken with them, it's got to get tiring, but you out of respect, you're gonna do it. You buy my shit, I'll take a picture with you any day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sucks that if you had the opportunity to. I was fortunate enough to get to meet Boondocks at the South of Hell in store. And that was dude. They actually Spider fucking pulled me to the side because I got there. Anytime I go to a venue, and I used to be even more hype when I was younger. I'd get there. I'd come with a camcorder. Back VHS camcorders with this fucking thing, because we didn't have this technology like we have here. I'm fucking Skyping with everybody on my fucking phone,
Yep.
I would show up, and people be waiting in line. I'd always show up 2-3 hours early to a venue because I wanted to hang out, have our own little mini gathering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still have videos that I made. I got to figure out a way to convert them to get them uploaded online or something like that,
Yeah.
But walking in the crowd, talking to people, I would hype everybody fucking up. But I got to the Boondocks in store, the same thing. It was in a fucking FYE music store or something like that. And I walk in, and people are quiet, and I hype everybody up, and I'm just talking to people like, that's my fucking shit. These are my fucking people, So Spider was there, and that's the first time I ever got to see him in person like that, talk to him.
That dude's very awesome.
He is pretty fucking cool, dude. His breath fucking stunk at the time, though. That's
I've
beside the
talked to
point.
him. He's really chill and funny.
No, he's cool as hell, dude. I'm not talking shit on him. But he's like, pull me aside, like, hey, can you get us a little bit of tree, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn it, I wish I could. Because I didn't smoke. At that time, I just quit smoking about 4 years ago. And I was like, damn, man. If I still had my connections, I'd be all over it. And I probably would have smoked with him, too, just so I could say I smoked with him. But, what are you going to do? But Boondocks is pretty cool. He's pretty humble person. So.
He is.
Since we're on the subject of the South and Hell in store, I kid you not, when I went there, this dude behind me, he's wearing a Boondocks button-up shirt and a cowboy hat. I kid you not, and you know how they say everyone has their twin out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kid you not, this dude standing behind me looked like fucking Big Irish. It's not even funny. I was like, what the? I was like, I feel like I know this dude from somewhere. Well, I don't know if it was him. It was just someone that looked just like him. I kid you not. So, Big Irish, if you're watching this, you have a twin out there somewhere.
This is my thing on Boom. Man, if you can't, you're not gonna be able to see it up close though. When Boondocks came out, the first thing I did, I was like, man, his face paint looks hella fucking familiar. So I go to my fucking movie collection, then I pull out the Scarecrow Stalker and shit like that. You look up close. It's kind of like the same design going on there, fucking edges and shit. I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm like, yeah, this dude's gonna be pretty fucking fresh. And the Harvest, I love the Harvest, and I love South of Hell too. Mikey Clark, great job fucking producing that fucking album.
My favorite Boondocks album, personally, and Psychopathic album is like Crimson Creek.
Mine too.
Yeah, Crimson Creek is good. It's
Crimson
got a whole,
Creek.
that's got a big Juggalo feel to it though too.
Yeah.
So.
I even tell people he is probably one of the most slept-on rappers because he has a really good, deep flow.
Yeah.
He can. He's gotten a little bit more twangy over the years though. Fucking Abaddon, I mean, it's a good album. I like it, but some of them are a little bit too Southern for me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't hate Southern music or anything like that, but just I wasn't grabbing my feel, you know. So I was like, eh. So, but I know he's a good artist. Let me tell you what, he can rap his ass off.
And I've had a chance a few times to hang out with Dukes from Tonal Runners.
Oh yeah.
That did Die Tonight, because he's local, and I've had the chance to hang out with him at some shows. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Really laid back, chill person. You know, that's one thing that I love is an artist that will take the time out with their fans. You know,
exactly, yeah.
Even if it's just for a second, you know, to just say what's up, you know, or
yeah, Scum
an
does
autograph,
that a lot
you know.
here.
And that's how it kind of was in the beginning with ICP. I'm not saying that they're still not like that. They're still all about their fans, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like shit's gotten really crazy. It's kind of hard, the success. And you have a wide range of juggalos now. Like new school, old school, people that just want to claim that they're fucking juggalos wearing a Hatchet Man shirt, you know. But whatever, they're supporting it, you know. But it's like, it's got to be kind of hard to actually get that whole feeling. They'll always love the fam. They'll always love juggalos because without us, they wouldn't have gotten where they are. If we didn't feel their music, if it wasn't for them, we would have felt their music, and then if it wasn't for us, you know, they would have known what they do. So it's a circle of life thing there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
that's what Scum basically does here. Like, before he does his sets, he'll, like, kick it in the crowd with everyone and take Jaeger shots with everyone.
Yeah, Kung Fu Vampire does that a lot, too, at the venues here. He'll hang out with everybody pre-show, and then he'll go...
Scum, even though he's fucked up and drunk, he can still rap really good.
Oh, yeah.
My boy Lynch is like that, too, Brother Lynch Hung. He'll do the show, but then he'll hang out with everybody after the crowd, and that dude's fucking crazy. Let me tell you what, he's fucking awesome, man. And that's something else, you know, non-psychopathic related. Here, it's like, I wasn't on the strange music bandwagon, you know, like a lot of people was for a while. I more recently have started to get onto that bandwagon, not for the simple fact everybody's on it, but I'm like noticing artists that I really like, and I mean, I've always loved Tech. Tech's fucking an awesome fucking rapper, you know. He was always a favorite of mine and shit. So it's kind of like he kind of pulled out the whole, like how ICP did with Psychopathic, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But I've grown really fond over the fucking past year of strange music, you know. They're doing some big shit, and like I love Brother Lynch Hung. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
His shit's so crazy and
Strange Music has their own car wash now, even.
Yeah. They've blown the fuck up. Let me tell you what. I really thought when Twisted left, they was gonna sign Strange, and I was talking about because I have a lot of friends that work for Strange, you know, and I was like, so tell me this, and I'll keep on the DL. Is Twisted going Strange? He's like, no, Twisted's going on their own. And as a matter of fact, my friend who I'm talking about, his name's Aaron Bean. He actually he's moving to Michigan right now to go work for Magic Ninja Entertainment. So because he stayed in touch with Twisted like that crazy. So it's kind of cool that they're developing this whole label now. They're going to keep it going on the whole fucking entrepreneur monopoly bullshit. Probably, you know, it's going to go crazy and be its whole thing. It gives us something more to listen to. It's exciting. I'm shocked I didn't get called into work yet. I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my crew boards, and I'm on a call cycle thing, and the call cycle ends at 4 o'clock for afternoon jobs, and I was thinking, oh, I was gonna get, I'm like 3 times out, so I was like expecting my phone to ring, and it looks like I'm working overnight tonight now. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, if you guys are wondering what I'm sipping on,
I'm jealous.
it
That actually looks good.
is good.
This. Hold on a second. You're not gonna look inside my refrigerator because it's fucking empty. This right here is what I would be sipping on had I now have to go to work. See here. 80 Acres Boulevard Beer Brewing Company, Kansas City's greatest fucking beer right here, man.
Nice.
Tell you what, it's a hoppy wheat beer. It's so fucking good.
We all have our beers in our states. Like, we're known for Coors and stuff.
Kansas City's become a big craft beer town. Let me tell you what, I become a fucking beer snob. I always drink like Miller Lite or Bud Light and shit, but I will throw
My
down.
uncle actually used to work at the beer factory here. He would, like, make the boxes and set them up.
Nice.
I'm getting fucked up on tequila. And
Yeah.
I'm drinking Walmart water. Great value, motherfucker.
Damn. I had
Damn
enough
it.
to drink last night. I'm good.
Oh, I drank a lot when I got off work. I'm not going to deny that. I drank every night.
See, I don't drink. I just smoke a lot of weed. And
If I
had a
could, I
housewarming
would.
Party.
I would be throwing down with y'all on some fucking bud, but you know what?
Hold on.
My job does not like it.
Let's see. It's legal here.
Yeah,
So-
you're in Canada, aren't you?
No, Portland, Oregon.
Okay, close enough.
So
What's that all about?
I got this housewarming present.
Best housewarming.
and that
Okay,
worked out
I
pretty
just
well.
want to lay my head on your pillow. Can I lay?
I know,
you know?
dude. It's wondrous. By the way, dude, I don't know if I ever got with you on this, but you know I used to live pretty close to Kansas City, which is a real bummer.
You know what? There was that one time whenever I got on that phone fucking chat thing you guys had. That one
Yeah.
night. I did it one time, and I was like, okay, I had to go. Something fucking went down. But no, you never told me that. I didn't even know you was in Kansas City or close to KC.
Yeah, I lived in Warrensburg for like a year and a half or 2 years.
Oh, that's fucking cool as hell.
I know. I'm from Atlanta originally, but I just fucking became an adult and was like, I'm gonna fucking travel. So that's what I did, and now I live in Portland.
I tried that like when I went to college for like a semester. and then you always land back home somehow, you know. It's Kansas City, Kansas is my home. I love it, and I don't think I'll ever leave. Right now, I'll never leave because of my job, but
It definitely fucking blew my mind being there and just seeing, like, because at the time when I lived there, like, you know, we were the only people that knew about Tech Nine still.
yeah.
And to go there and to hear him on the radio and to see him, like, hella doing end stores on the weekends and to see him, like, on fucking billboards was like, where the fuck?
And that would be like going to Detroit and seeing, well, I'm pretty sure that it's not as big as they used to do it because they used to always buy billboards and stuff. You see, because, like, one thing I've heard about Detroit is, like, a lot of people hate ICP there. They're tired of them or whatever, you know.
Mhm.
Locals are like, blah, blah, blah. But here, everybody loves Tech Nine, you know what I mean? It's like,
Mhm.
Tech, yeah, boom, boom, boom. You know, it's all big things. So, and ICP had, Psychopathic had their time like that in Detroit, too, where it was blowing up big everywhere, I'm sure. But, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, every time a new album comes out, which he puts out a new album like every fucking other month, you know. There's
yeah,
a fucking
it's crazy, dude.
there's a billboard. But you know what? The best thing about his albums is every time he puts one out, for the most part, EP or full length, they're really good. And I was really, really, really impressed with Something Else, man. That album actually blew my. I was like, oh great, he's got another album.
No digging. No digging.
Yeah, no, I dig it. It's awesome. You know,
I can dig it.
I dig it.
Dig it.
Yeah, I figure you're talking to that horse back there.
Can
Yeah,
you
exactly.
dig it?
So I just want to take 1 second to say that this fucking hangout has been on Juggalo weekends. You know, this is the first live hangout we've done like in a long time, years, and we did it on Juggalo weekends. We're doing it to support the new website. And I'd say we got about 20 more minutes before I have to go to shut this down and go to work. So that's maybe like 5 minutes each if you want to have closing statements. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So just thought I'd throw that out there. That's how much time we got.
There you go. Well, why don't we go around the circle real quick then? You know, everybody fucking say a little bit something real quick. Because I mean, it's Juggalo Day. Shit, you know, Juggalo weekend.
Yo, Chaos, you go first, bitch.
Alright. Well, all I gotta say is I am Don Chaos, but you motherfuckers already know that if you haven't been living under a rock, probably. I am the Dawn of Chaos, and my food, it always forms weird shapes on me. And Riddles knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Good. You don't hear nothing.
No.
Man.
You don't need to see his identification.
I don't need to see his identification. Jedi mind tricks work on me.
No, all right, well, fine then. Chaos, I'll speak for you. Dude's doing the Marvel Universe series, reviewing each movie in order that they go in chronological order. You know what I mean? Starting with the first Iron Man, and what is the last one you've done is Avengers. So you already have done a grip of videos, but you're doing the whole fucking series.
I'm a nerd. I'm proud of it.
Cool. But I watched it and it's fucking awesome. So.
I'm a nerd. What can you
Nerds
say?
rule this fucking world, brother. Did you see all these fucking video games behind my head? Look at all those Nintendo games, bro. Come on. What guy right here?
I've been looking hard at him.
Halloween Atari 2600 right here.
Some of those games I haven't even seen in years.
Dude, this is the $200 Atari game right here. Fuck.
Nice.
Fuck. We got a
I
Ninja
like your
Turtle.
display of nerd. I like your pop figures. I like your video games.
We got a sealed Michelangelo from '88. Nerds are gonna do it all. What we got here? Motherfucking signed by Kane Hodder, Friday the 13th. What?
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Hey, boy.
Oh my God.
He's shorter than you would think you would be in person.
Yeah, he's about my height actually. He's just got a little bit above me, but man, yeah, he's pretty fucking cool as hell, dude. Shit. Hung out with him a couple of times at conventions here. So, got my Annabelle doll right there. If you can see that little slut.
I met Bruce Campbell and I met Elvira, and I feel like for that my life is complete.
I've met Elvira too. She is awesome.
Yeah, she
She's
is
so
awesome.
fucking pretty, dude. Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, she makes
so
that.
sweet.
I got a picture with her and everything. She is awesome. She really
She's
is.
just fucking nice, dude.
Yes.
It's like you wouldn't expect somebody of that stature, like 9 times out of 10, to be as nice as she is.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
She is.
And Bruce Campbell's just a dick, but I fucking love that guy.
I love Bruce Campbell. Come the fuck on. We all love Bruce.
Yes.
That's too fucking funny.
It is funny.
Well, I got twisted on the mind because we got the mystery show next month in Rhode Island, which is like the first mystery show they've done in 9 years, and they got 4 mystery performances, so four groups or artists coming in from God knows where to all open up for Twisted. Plus, we got my boys Outland Camp opening up, so I plan on interviewing OLC at that show for In the Tunnels. You know what I mean? I'm not even doing the VIP. I don't want to talk to Twisted. I'm gonna fucking do my Outland Camp interview at the mystery show, and we'll be repping hard because CarnivalSpirits.com will have flyers by then. You know, I kind of dropped the ball and didn't have flyers made for Detroit this weekend, so my bad. But moving forward, we will be, representing correctly. Absolutely. Can't wait for, even at the gathering. Even if I'm not at the gathering, Carnival Spirits will be represented. So.
Somehow, there's too many fucking people going on not to. Shit.
Somehow, some way.
Just like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I'll see if I can coerce my evil robots, just go out there and wreak havoc and,
There's a Scary Gary clone out there somewhere, I know. I've seen that motherfucker.
Well, maybe we gotta be careful what we wish for, but wouldn't it be cool if we had like a midget who would dress up like a gnome and be a mascot for it?
I'm sure we could get one of the little people juggalos to be so down for that.
Oh yeah.
No, just pay one of the half-pint brawlers to do it.
Well, if we have too many people interested, then we're gonna have like basically a contest in there.
No, let's get the Wee Man from Jackass to do it.
Yes.
You got like $1 million because he's going like, hey, you know.
I'm with Don Chaos on this. Wee Man. So
You know he would do it.
What we have is some rare Juggalo merch. Like, that's way more expensive than $1 million.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Riddles, I'm still waiting for you to do that video of you wearing that shirt in public. Betty White gave me herpes.
Oh wait, it's coming. It's
wanna
coming.
see.
So.
I got
my
my.
see people's reactions.
You know, I can't decide if I want to make a shirt that says it or if I just want to make a big ass sign that and just walk around like a Walmart or somewhere.
Make it into a wife beater.
We're coming out with a line of those. I told you. New dress code.
That's right. We all got to wear the wife bead.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pimp you guys out for views, obviously.
That's
Well-
right, man. I'll tell you what.
Is it funny because Betty White is older than sliced bread?
Yes.
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 And it's funny because she's the exact same age as my grandpa, which is
That's right.
She should change her name to Betty Dust because that's what she pretty much is. Fucking.
Hey, but she's still very funny as hell.
Yeah, no, she is, dude. She's gotten raunchier in her old age. I'll tell you what.
Who doesn't watch Off the Rockers? That shit's funny.
Yeah.
Nothing like sick old people, man. I'll tell you
Well,
what.
did you see Bad Grandpa, where Johnny Knoxville dresses up as an older guy, and then he
Oh, God.
Yes, God.
has a boy that he's supposed to go deliver to his biological father, who
There's a juggalo in that movie.
they go on a webcam,
Yeah.
and the first thing you see this motherfucker do to prove that he's not fit to raise his kid, that they show you, is he's ripping a bong, and there's a random juggalo painted up. And
I saw that and I started laughing.
Yeah.
then from there it just got worse, but the stereotype was used methodically and well played, you know, for the laughs.
Because I was watching that movie and I saw that, I was like, they did not just fucking go there.
Yeah, and it was so subtle, there was no other
Yeah.
mentioning of that juggalo ever again. That was the gag.
I used to love doing that shit back in the day, dude. Look, watching movies to see if you could find little hidden juggalo shit in there. Like what?
Yeah.
That's back in ICP W days with that movie Ready to Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that, right.
You know, and then you see the Juggle Brothers shirt in the front row. I was like, oh, look at that. And then it
What
was,
about that movie about meth that's got ICP or JCW on the television? You know-
yeah.
Yeah.
Be on the, and then that movie that just came out not too long ago, that fucking what the fuck is his name? Oh, the 30 Minutes or Less movie about the fucking where Jesse Eisenberg's the pizza boy delivery guy and shit. And then you got
Oh yeah, Homeboy's
Yeah.
got a fucking
Nick
Dave
Swartzen.
Kyle Bloom jersey.
Yeah, Nick's work. They got even more shit. If you go in their lair, there's fucking ICP posters all over the fucking place.
That dude's a juggalo. Yeah.
Yeah, there had to have been something like that, man. I was like,
He's
damn.
in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. And speaking of
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, that's my boy with Vanilla Ice. I always feel like Vanilla Ice is going to be the middleman between getting ICP and an Adam Sandler movie someday. You know, I cross my fingers. Like, I think we see that before we get to see them perform at Saturday Night Live, which is
Yeah.
another, you know, or on The Simpsons before The Simpsons stop. You know, that's like the three things I wanted. Or Weird Al to fucking parody them one time. He's not going to do albums anymore, but he's still going to do random parodies on the internet.
It cracks me up when they popped out on the soup, did that little quick little tidbit. They showed up on the soup and shit. My friend, who's actually she's my girlfriend now, she texts me, she's like, "Oh my god, your clowns are on the soup right now. What the hell? Made me think of you." You know, and it cracks me up because like, you know, this is like kind of like something, I'll leave this with my clothing thoughts for the day, but it's like when they talk about ICPs going mainstream, you know, like, oh, ICP is way too mainstream now and shit. You know, what is the point in what you're trying to do with your success, you know? Take what you can get. If you can get on something like the soup, that's not selling out. That's you selling your product. And at the bottom line, you want to do that. You want to still represent the underground, but you're going to get out there and mainstream a little bit. And if you do,
Exactly.
I'm not hating on you one bit whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing, man. You know, if you're on fucking The Soup, that's cool. If you're on fucking a Saturday Night Live, oh fuck yeah, look at the fucking.
I'm having deja vu because that's basically the Hot Topics argument right there. I mean, it's like, it's annoying, but at the same time, I understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird when they're selling like Faygo at Hot Topics, like expensive Faygo, just to fucking mock us. I feel, but
Yeah, and that's also I get that too, because it's like it used to be hard to get ICP merch, and so if you saw it anywhere, I remember when I was first up coming in the game when I was 17, 18 and shit, and if I saw it anywhere, I was buying everything, everything that had ICP on it. I got fucking Amazing Juckle Brothers incense, you know what I mean? Because I saw it at a fucking head shop.
Hell yeah.
Anything that had it, I was buying it. That's where a
We
lot
all
of my
went through that phase at least once in our life.
Oh my god, I couldn't go to a show without leaving with a grocery sack full of stuff. I saved up my money forever, and I spent a good couple $100, 150 ride tops on a jersey, and then whatever else I'd fucking buy there, and then have to fucking make sure that it wasn't getting destroyed, So I always had to buy a ticket for somebody to hang out in the back just to watch myself so it didn't get destroyed from
It's
fame.
like, here, hold my shit.
Gary brings a butler to ICP shows.
You got it, bro.
Damn.
It's like, here's my fucking book behind the page. Do not let this get fucking soaking wet, because I'm reading it later.
That is the shit.
Because I didn't order shit online, but now obviously we have that convenience of catching here just like that, simple to order something, pre-order, and it comes fucking the day before it releases, But,
Well,
I mean,
at the same time, like, I'm not one of those ninjas that's continuing to build my collection. I kind of stopped collecting when
agreed.
I afford it. And so my collection is vintage but dated, and it's that much more important to me.
Exactly.
I'm really only ever picking up a shirt if it's a tour shirt, so I try to carry on some traditions.
Exactly. It's like this box of shit here, like shit like this that I still got, fucking from Dark Lotus, I mean, old school flyers, I would steal millions of these if I saw them lying around. And that's type of stuff that I have floating around. All the fucking bizarre stuff. Or what we got here? Fucking pendulum fucking CDs and shit to make, all that stuff like that, I will never get rid of it, but my collection is hella dated. And I don't keep up on it because there's way too much stuff. The merchandise is way mainstream now, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. They're marketing it. They're selling it. They're making their money. They got to keep the flow coming in somehow. But for the most part, I like all the old shit. So.
Well,
Yeah, and it's like what you were saying, like, I'm a fucking juggalo, dude. I don't need to fucking prove that to you
Exactly. That's why I
by
wear
wearing
ICP
your
shirts every
shit.
day.
Amen.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know by now what kind of person I am, fuck you. You don't need to know.
It's like,
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we all got some kind of ink that's always going to be on our fucking body. That says, this is what we do, this is who we are, right here. With my backwards hatchet, man,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, fuck. It's in my skin for life. I don't need to wear a shirt that says I'm a juggalo.
it's funny because I do the same thing at work. This Lotus Cross right here, like, come up in conversation, and and if it's a friend, I'll tell them the truth. I'll tell them what it means, and that they're probably not going to understand, and don't worry about it. But you know what I mean? Most people, I just tell them, yeah, it's a cross, it's a Lotus Cross, it's crystallized, yeah, it's pretty, thank you. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Going deeper than that.
And you know what cracks me is, like, there are still people out there that don't know who Insane Clown Posse are, who Twisted are. And so when they see that, like, oh my god, you got some scary clowns on your arms. What
Yeah, but don't you also have a Jason mask on?
Oh
your
yeah, my fucking Jason.
with a knife in it, like.
Yeah, right there.
So
Sweet.
And then got some
volume.
Michael Myers right there.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
And
then
that's what's
you
up.
can't see it, and not too many people know what that is, but
Oh, that's Hitchcock, motherfucker.
yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, my leg eventually will be a full horror piece, but man, that's just expensive. Fucking
Oh, yeah.
$1,200 right there, on those two tats, Fuck, man.
Juggalo problems.
Tell you what, motherfucking bills, dude. Call me Beyonce. Who's gonna pay my bills?
It is.
We should have a fucking show one time where we fucking just talk about ICP collection stuff, because obviously we all know how I got my start on YouTube, just showing off fucking junk. You know, we should have a vintage fucking collection night where all show like talk about our most prize, some of our prize collections, and talk about it, this and that, and get random collectors on there, because you know there's a lot of hardcore collectors out there.
True that. Matt, I think
Mr. Bones
found your niche on the channel, so it sounds good. I'll open up my vaults if y'all will, and we can fucking have a show and tell.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, where we just talk about collections and stuff like that, and rarity and value. And oh, hey, look, I saw this on eBay. Somebody's trying to sell a motherfucking.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I just got the best fucking idea.
Oh.
We should have a fucking CarnivalSpirits scavenger hunt.
Ooh.
Compile a list of semi-rare items, come up with a bomb-ass prize, and the first person that's like, oh yeah, dude, I got all this shit. Here's pictures of it. Like, there you go. You get your fucking prize. You completed the scavenger hunt.
Yeah. There's some hard rare items out there that people fucking have, like the gold fucking Malenko album.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
This is actually going to encourage like consumerism, because if you have everything except the one thing, they're going to go into Juggalo traders, and that shit's going to sell like hotcakes. So we're actually stimulating the Juggalo economy with a hunt like this.
That's exactly right. You know,
it's real.
Thanks, Juggalo Obama.
Juggalo Obama.
Nice.
So I got like 4 copies of Psychopathic From Outer Space Part Volume 2. Just put that on the scavenger hunt. I'm going to be throwing them up on eBay for like $100 each.
Shit.
My cassette, Mr. Rotten Treats, I was giving out at Halloween Wicked. You know, I spent a little bit of money on that to get that in my collection. That's something else I've wanted to get, is all the cassette tapes. You know, because.
All kidding aside, though, that cassette that you're talking about, back in the day when I ordered, I think it was Tunnel of Love, the X-rated version on CD. Yeah. They didn't have it in stock, so they sent me the X-rated version on cassette tape, and then
nice.
A copy of the Mr. Rotten Treats Hallow Wicked cassette single as a sorry about we didn't have what you wanted, but here's the cassette version and an extra single. So I actually have that, just because they used to do that type of thing, where if they didn't have what you wanted, they compensated you with something because they had so much promotional shit going on.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Back in 1997, they had those laying around to give away back then, so that was fucking cool.
Nice.
No, that is fucking awesome too, man. And I'd say, because to get my XXX fucking Tunnel of Love, the legit copy, not the re-release.
I ended up getting the triple X copy CD before the re-release, just that first attempt. You know what I mean? They were out.
Yeah, see, and I got it, and I bid on eBay for it, because I want rare items like that, old school items like that in my collection. I mean, I get the new stuff when it releases. I might buy a couple copies of it or something, because obviously, like Mighty Death Pop, they went fucking nuts with it. And yeah, I did the triple order. I mean, goddamn, I did the Bang Pow. I have so many fucking Bang Pow Boom albums.
You got the nuclear edition as well, right?
Yeah, I got the red, the green, the blue. Oh, guess what? They got nuclear edition, and it has everything in it, including the sampler and shit. I think I have like 5 samplers floating around in here too.
So I'm expecting at least 2 versions of each missing link. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the first version, the second version, then there'll be the first version, like either remixes or, you know what I mean?
What they'll do is they'll release the first one.
They'll release them together.
And then they'll do Found, and then there'll be a master edition, both albums together with 5 extra tracks, unreleased, unraw, uncut.
And it will be an official double 2-disc album.
Yeah, the Missing Link Platinum Edition.
One thing that I'm curious about is Twisted is supposed to re-release Wicked and Abominations. I wonder if they're just going to re-release it as they were, or if they're going to add extra shit on there, or what.
I hope they don't play with it too much when they do this. You know, I mean, because I don't want them taking an album that's already fucking phenomenal and tweak with it and like just
Nah.
make it. It's like why? And then of course I'll buy it to represent, and I'm like, well, I mean, what was the fucking? It's just like
Listen,
they
they have versions with the bonus tracks where you got the mono track and the Madrox track.
I have both of them, yeah.
To do it where those both are involved, and you don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
Here's all the bonus material for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So both Madrox, maybe a third one. You know.
And they'll probably throw a new track on there, that won't fit the feeling of the album, probably.
Right, but it'll be something that was already on the Darkness, so don't worry about it.
It's kind of like the One Less G in the Hood the Gang Rags re-release or whatever it was. I still haven't got it.
In the Hood, the deluxe G edition.
I got that.
Yeah.
But they did Gang Rags here recently. Gang Rags Revisited or something.
Oh,
like that.
Reborn,
yeah. And so I still haven't downloaded that yet or bought it anymore. And I'm going to miss, like I said, physical CDs because they're great in a collection. I love the way things look when they're stacked on a shelf and shit. But anymore, it's just all about the digital. It's easier just to fucking hurry up and download it, and you have it right there.
I'm the other way around. I sprung for that Blaze CD because it was the first Magic Ninja Entertainment release.
Yeah.
I have yet to get a hard copy of The Darkness, which I want to have because of the collector's value of it, but I just didn't see the importance of doing any pre-order. And
exactly.
You're going to get my money, so.
The last album I pre-ordered from Twisted.
Of course,
was New Nightmare.
But I've been supporting Twisted since day one. That's how it is. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like in fact, we're doing more than most. In fact, I really want to help them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're doing it in a way that doesn't piss me off because some
people
they piss me off when they support and because they're hating on other things. So if you polarize yourself, then it's hard for me to get with you. But maybe I'm guilty of that at the same time. All I'm saying is that ICP for life, Twisted is the shit. All those stereotypes. I'm still rolling with them.
And that's where it comes from, the family love right there. And like I said, and I've always said this, I was so heartbroken when it actually came true that they were leaving. I'm like, it's happening. This is really happening, and everybody's going to take their. I was upset also at the same time because I feel like you're breaking up the family. But then again, am I going to support you still? Yes, because you're a good artist. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I love your work. Just because you're not on this label, don't go start talking shit on each other. Though I would hate to see a beef actually come out of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to choose sides. I'm not going to do that.
I think that CPN said it well when he compared it to wrestling, where now they're kind of going to have to step it up because they're in competition with each other and they're doing it professionally and they're gonna do it through their music.
Yeah.
So bottom line, they've already shown us that they're all about their business, and so.
Well, but see, that's what's sad is that a lot of juggalos are wanting this beef with ICP and Twisted, and I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I think it's going to happen on a professional level, like you're talking about, but for them to like really go at each other on a malicious personal level, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want it to happen.
Cali Green Too Fresh said it himself. ICP has never talked shit on any artist that has ever been on Psychopathic Records.
Right.
And they always have actually pretty much always like reconciled and done things with mostly everybody, except for First Mars.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it started on that, because that was a whole damn. And that was kind of hard because like just sometimes if you want to be with them, do it, because. With his tracks on fucking Tales from the Lotus Pod were fucking amazing.
So sick.
But don't fucking represent the fam and not actually be a part of it and go on and do your own fucking thing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no disrespect against Mars because he's a cool dude. He's alright. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow him faithfully or anything like that. So I'm not going to hate on him either. But at that moment in time, and I know that whole beef and everything's been squashed. But dude, don't take this here that you got to be a part of out of nowhere, because originally you wasn't, but when you toured with them and they said you're pretty fresh, join this, be the sixth member, and you got to be a part of a fucking amazing album.
Yeah.
Tales from the Lotus Pod, the first version was fucking phenomenal, front to back. I smoked so much fucking weed to that album,
right?
Every fucking night jamming out blunt, it's just like, I loved it. I had people that weren't even down with that type of music listen to that shit,
Oh yeah.
Fucking crazy ass Christians like, oh wow, loving bitch, I'm sexy. You know, it's like, yeah.
My coworkers in sales, like when I eventually let them hear my music in the car, one of them particularly, this guy from whatever, basketball player, a real good guy, you know, he couldn't believe the chorus to Juggalo Family. Mass murder makes me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dead bodies make me. He's like, he was seriously like completely taken aback. He would tell people, he's like, dude, play them the song about mass murder. The one that you love, that you're like, yeah, like, I think he was like freaked out, but like almost like drawn to it. Like, why?
And real quick, you know, why you're talking about that, because when we're talking about the Hatchet Rising tour, and when I've said the whole Dark Lotus era and everything, that was a great time to be a Juggalo. Because that's when we got the first It's a Family, and it said it all right there at the fucking end. That's when they was showing, we love you guys. You guys did this for us. This is our thank you to you. This is how much we fucking love you. And we're always singing about you. We're always talking about fucking Juggalos in our songs. And that's all of us. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I feel it was such a great time to be a fucking Juggalo. Because everybody was represented. The artists, us, everything. It was a big fucking unity, and
Absolutely.
You know,
I'll say
you know,
that.
when
Once, and I'll say it again. If you people want ICP and Twisted to be so badly, play backyard wrestling or make their action figures fight or do whatever the hell you want with them, you sick little bastards.
yes! Where's backyard wrestling at? I think I got it right here.
Or make your action figures fight or do whatever the hell else you want with them, you sick little bastards.
Oh, right here! Don't try this at home.
nice.
I actually got the DVD that they came out for pre-ordering it. It's got fucking ICP. It's got the homies video. It's got a bunch of interviews with the Rude Boy and shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Little bastards.
Yeah, but like one thing that I didn't really like at first was when they reissued Tales from the Lotus Pod with you know, right after Mars left and everything. And because, I mean, all it is the same tracks. You just take Mars out of it, replace it with somebody else, and that's it.
It never should have been done. And the reason why it was like, this is what, you know, and I feel too that ABK probably should have been a part of it in the first place, since he was already floating around, Psychopath, as Blaze's hype man and everything like that. Yeah. He'd already been around the game for a minute. He already did a track on the Twisted album. Why couldn't he be in Dark Lotus originally? So that's what it should have been. But however, that version, and nothing against ABK's verses on there, it doesn't, because what we have from the first version, that's in our head. So when we hear that, it's just a collectible. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, like, I had saw something a while back. I can't remember where I found it. If I find it again, I'll share it with you guys. But it was an interview that Violent J did, and he was talking about Tales from the Lotus Pod. And he was talking about the situation with Mars and how that was kind of a dark time for him personally. And
I remember that interview.
And he said that's why they redid the album without Mars. You know, replaced it with ABK's verses and reissued the album.
There's always two sides to a story. There's that side, the other side, and the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But then we got, you know, the Black Rain. That was I remember after Black Rain came out, I bought 3 copies of the album because I was like, when they did the Tales from the Lotus Pod, and they said they was never re-releasing the red version, the original version. I had fucking as soon as they took Mars off, I bought like a couple copies and kept them sealed for fucking ever, you know?
Nice.
I had to have a factory sealed version with Mars on it. And so I was like, maybe something weird's going to happen with Black Rain. Maybe I should buy a few versions of it.
I know, man. So many creepy things. So listen, guys. I'd say we got 2 choices here, and I'm gonna give you guys the option. All right. We either shut this down in 5 minutes, or I let it go until Google is like, you're done, 4 hours, and I can let my computer fall asleep. You know what I mean? Would you guys like to hang, or would you like to fucking wrap it up? And we'll continue later, obviously.
I'm probably gonna wrap it up because I'm gonna be working tonight, so I gotta start doing some things and shit and get some work overnight. You know?
I already ducked out and took my shower and got dressed for work while you were talking. I know you guys noticed I was gone for a minute.
Yeah, so, it was like, oh, you know.
I was able to keep this thing going to the very last minute, but I do have to go to work now. So it's been a pleasure. Everyone else who was hanging with us earlier, I'll put all our names in the description later. So Chaos, Gary, Jinx, Riddles, thank you very much for joining me. I'm T.
My pleasure.
And we're Carnival Spirits. Don't forget to check out our new website, CarnivalSpirits.com. And that's it. See ya.
Peace.
Later.